What's going on, boys? That woman gets more beautiful when clad in evil. Ooh.
True.
Bro, the amount of spectacular, unprecedented... bro, I can't even talk, bro. Spectacular. Unprecedented. Unfathomable. Exquisite. Delightful.
Keep it going.
Entertaining. Pleasurable.
Yeah.
That thing.
That thing.
Bro, this chapter was all that, bro. Just all that, bro. Matt, let me ask you a question, bro. How many times you seen King fight?
How many times have you seen King fight? I mean, I don't know. Can you call them fights?
Shit.
I mean, the only time I can generally think about it is like this. I mean, just quickly, this chapter is like King versus the assassins in the diner, but like times 10.
Bro, I forgot about the diner. The best chapter ever, nigga. Bro, bro, the diner was legitimately the best chapter of One Punch Man ever written. Like literally ever written. And now we get this, nigga. Stop. Bro, the diner was, oh my god, I want to reread that chapter, bro. The diner was that fucking thing, bro. King was bodying niggas, bro. Telling them niggas he's gonna body them and bodying them niggas, bro. They had to get up and leave, bro. Save their whole life, bro. And here, bro, he even started off the fight by trying to save Homeless's life. Like, hey, don't trip. Like, this is, oh my god, like this is more exciting than Atomic, man. I gotta say it. I gotta say it, man. I gotta say it, bro. The Boros,
record that.
The Boros Saitama fight is subpar compared to King versus everybody, bro. This nigga body niggas on the regular by himself, bro. I don't know how many times I have to say it with how much more ferocity, bro. King did that thing to them niggas.
You think he gonna do it to Platinum Sperm too?
Shit.
Oh no, boy.
Like we should before we talk about everything else before we talk about Platinum. Oh dear, I'm scared.
Man, you know the chapter gonna be good when Murata got a cover page that don't got anything to do with the chapter.
Yo, scheme the hell out of me, bro. I was like, yo, Psycho's coming back? Bet. Psycho's ain't even into her water, okay. And then she showed that all, bro. But I'm not the only one who enjoyed the chapter. There are 4 other individuals at least, not including yourselves, viewers, who found this chapter to be what they were looking for. This chapter was it, Chief. So,
Sure.
Steve-O, Matt, Sundown, Sasuke, it was good, bro.
So I'll go first, man. Chapter was, very good. Exactly what I wanted when it came to what King did in the chapter, and I think it was appropriately named. I think it was Check, I believe. Because of what was going on. I didn't really catch on to that until it got to almost the end of the chapter, but yeah, it was the perfect name for it. I like the theme of this being equated to like chess. It was just dope all around.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? I was trying to think of like how it's rated to chess, but it's King.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's a great name.
Huh.
Cool, because he's surrounded. Awesome. Yeah, no, chapter's great. End of the last podcast, we were talking about like one of the best things about how the last chapter ended is we didn't know what was going to happen because the way they set it up, they obviously had plans, but not a clue. So for it to pay off like this, like King just being amazing, like I said, it was the assassin chapter, but times 10 was incredible. Like everyone getting a moment. Zombie Man showed up out of nowhere was great. And then obviously we get the ending, which is superb. A lot of really good stuff this chapter. Like one of the funniest chapters in a while. Like I haven't laughed at a One Punch Man chapter for like this for a while.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of my favorite chapters of One Punch Man for a long time. And it's not to say that the other chapters have been bad; they've been awesome. But this one was just I think what got me going was how funny it was, the social interaction, and how everything was misunderstood. Even in situations where you're like, man, how the hell are you misunderstanding this? The guy's there crapping his pants, and you're doing the opposite of what you should be doing. But then what really got me was the fact that the Homeless Emperor, Black Sperm, they were kind of looking over their shoulders at Evil Natural Water, and for Homeless Emperor looking over at Black Sperm, thinking, oh, I can't be looking weak here. I have to so that social anxiety and that social kind of interaction element to it, where they couldn't look weak in front of their kind of rivals, in front of the same people who are trying to do the same thing to the king as they are. And then King saying some offhand stuff just to get them even more fearful. And the fact that I thought it was called check in reference to the fact that he told Homeless Emperor to check his or kind of to watch what he was standing on. But I don't think that was it at all. Now I think it was the chess reference. But yeah, this was awesome. Then Platinum Sperm. I have to admit, Golden Sperm, I'd heard things about him before we got the actual reveal. So I was like, ooh, okay, cool. Platinum Sperm, I've never heard of. So this has been completely new to me.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, just threw a new nigga in there.
Wait,
never
what?
heard of him. Talking about
Damn.
Platinum Sperm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bro, why in the world would you think you could use that word here, bro? What the hell, Steve-O?
What word?
I'm not gonna repeat it.
You talking about sperm?
Nah, don't repeat it.
Oh, man, I was about to say it again. We always say that.
No, we don't, bro. What?
So you do.
No, we
Oh,
don't.
you trying to cover it up? Okay, my bad.
We'll cover it up. What?
You know what I'm saying? We gotta change our image.
Yo,
I get it. All right.
bruh, I have never said that, bruh. What?
Yeah. They just threw a new brother in there. He got a particular shine about him, a different sort of luster. You know, I was familiar with black and gold, but now the platinum is just like, wow. You know, my sperm sometimes has a platinum hue to it.
Yo, what the?
Shining like that?
What, bruh?
Damn.
That's something I didn't want to know, but now we all know.
You gotta collect that shit.
Yo, what
Yeah,
the?
probably
Yo, bruh. Like, y'all niggas tripping, bro.
I don't see what y'all were talking about with Evil Natural Water getting explanation for his presence in this chapter. Maybe I missed it.
I don't want to talk about it yet, but it happened around page 17. It's not that like him being there gets explained. It's just more of them like showing the introduction of him being there in the first place, because like the last time we seen him is when he fought, quote fought unquote Darkshine, and then he was just fucking evaporated. And then if you just look at chapter 52, it kind of just shows him there as if he's always been there. It is very awkward, but 151 at least shows the transition of him being reintroduced. Yeah, 151.
Oh, my bad. I think I sent you 152. Actually,
yeah. No, you good.
Yeah, for the viewers who don't or only got half of Sasuke's explanation, Murata released redraws right before chapter 152 released this week. The redraws are only a few pages, and they're only additions. The addition is that Evil Natural Water shows up immediately before Golden Sperm starts walking towards Atomic. Atomic still cuts his arm off, and that still progresses, but Evil Natural Water shows up shortly after. Then the rest of the chapter stays the same. If you want to see the exact panels and the context, because we do get the double spread with everybody facing off up against King that we saw in chapter 152, that wasn't as detailed, is in extreme detail in chapter 151 in the redraws. So check that out so you can see that great and amazing panel. The art is spectacular. It's probably one of the best or one of the better standoff double spreads that we've seen in the series. I know we haven't seen that many of them, but check that out to see it. Chapter 151 redraw. without further ado, let's get it popping, baby. So, well, we do gotta get a little bit further ado. So if you guys wanna support the channel, support everybody else's channel, and help all of us grow, as well as stay in tune with the One Punch Man community, news, updates, and information at any time, at any point in the day and week, subscribe to this channel as well as the other channels in the description. Also, click the link in the description for the Discord. There you can verbally, by typing, discuss One Punch Man and any other manga and anime or any topic in general with the community. We also have movie nights. We also have debates and all different kinds of events that we do there. So if you want to be entertained and want to get into the One Punch Man loop, come through. Now, back to King. Bro, just the first page, bro. Like, oh my god. Like, my boy looked like he about to do that thing to a bunch of niggas, bro. Like, he's got the JoJo, like, sound effects around him and everything, bro. Posed up, bro. Like, oh. What were you guys expecting of King before you read the chapter?
Exactly what happened in this chapter. Like, quite literally, that's what I expected is what I got. And it being predictable in that sense is not a bad thing in this case, because it's always the how is going to happen rather than what actually happens.
Yeah, the delivery. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. It was nice though, man. You already know, man. King, when it comes to this psychological shit, that's the king. That's who you talk to. You're not beating King when it comes to the mind games that are being played.
King is the kind of guy you can never beat in rock, paper, scissors. He just always wins.
Oh yeah, he's psyching you out. Is he about to throw rock? Oh!
So he's just like, I'm always playing rock. That's it. And then you always get psyched out because of it.
Yeah. Is he lying or is he serious? But look at his face. No, he has to be lying.
But I just went paper twice in a row. He can't go rock. It can't be. The skis, bruh. Like, legit, when I was reading the chapter, I was, bruh, hella tsukuyomi vibes, bruh. Hella, bro. Like, you gotta be on some next level deceptiveness with this shit, bro. Like, King, let me not even ramble on. We're still talking about what you guys expected before reading the chapter. Sundown, Steve-O?
Yeah, I think a lot like Satsuki, where I was expecting this, but not to this extent. It was just kind of the delivery of it was 10 times better than I thought it would be.
All right. I guess we can start off by going through it. The King Engine. Yo, how long has it been since we talked about the King Engine, bro? Is it real now? Like,
It's been real.
I mean, yeah, he has a really loud heartbeat. That's real. Like,
but in the sense of, like, I guess, all right, because I don't know what the proper phrasing for this term is, but it's like, I don't want to say a facade, but it's double faced. Like, the whole joke is that King isn't a fighter and that things happen for him extremely opportunistically, like damn near reality warping, or what's the term, statistical warping, or probability warping, damn near that, like, god damn. But at the same time, it's like the King Engine is supposed to represent the sound of the strongest hero, an indication of clear intimidation on the hearer, you know, the individual hearing the sound almost unanimously, like nothing but hype and great fear comes into the hearts of people who hear that, both from the sides of allies and enemies. So I guess I'm trying to say by, like, statement is that, like, the King Engine, I think this chapter proves the King Engine has more validity than just being a tactic of intimidation. Like, it's real. Like, we're not. Isn't an instance where you heard about the rumors of King, or you heard that he did this, or you saw the results of what you thought he did. It's like, no, like, King was right there in front of 3 dragons. For all intents and purposes, there were trillions of eyes on him. Like, trillions of people witnessed King's power hand to hand, face to face. Can we still continue to pretend like it's a joke or something? Like, is there not something peculiar or weird about King?
I think it's the actual heartbeat. All that happens with King is like accumulation of the luck. So it's not like he just gets lucky and then that luck just disappears. He gets lucky and that gets added to his reputation and it builds onto his aura. And because of that, people actually believe in the hype in King. And it becomes like so much like they believe in it so much that it's kind of like it is real. It is tangible in a sense. It's kind of like if the whole thing of like the question of if you didn't hear a tree fall down the forest, did it really actually happen? I mean, if you hear the King Engine and you get that scared, I mean, like, yeah, that's a power. That's a part of his arsenal because everybody believes in it. So, yeah, that's what I'll say about it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that fully, Sasuke. I think the thing is, like, what it is now is, like I said, it's the legend building on itself. So, like, what people are going to take away from this fight now is if someone goes to challenge King, any S-class hero who go, I wouldn't listen. Like, there was a time we were getting beat really badly by 3 dragons. King showed up and they didn't even want to fight him. And that's just going to build up on, like, the King Engine even more. And, like, to the point where, like, he's going to be stronger just from showing up. Like, he's going to be a bigger threat to people just because he's here right now.
Yeah.
Sundown?
Yeah, I think what Satsuki was mentioning as well about how this is all kind of accumulating. So all these monsters are just like, yeah, there's all these legends around him. If anybody, like, if someone told you, or if a group of people you trusted told you there was this dude that you walk by every morning, and like he's constantly surrounded by just dead people around him, they just die when they're in his presence, you'd be very kind of wary around that type of guy. And then the fact that the one thing which they can kind of assess straight away and kind of say, oh shit, that's the start, is the sound of his heart beating like crazy in his chest. So when they confirm, oh my god, the King Engine is a real thing, to them at least, then they, surely in their heads, they're thinking everything else that we've heard must be true because this guy's, we can hear the King Engine, what else do we need? So like, I think it's the confirmation of the first thing, then cascades down into everything else must be true, we're screwed. So I just, it's hilarious, but it works for him in the sense that I think the King Engine has basically become a weapon for him, even though he doesn't really know about it.
It's honestly damn near a placebo effect. Damn near. Like, it's not actually working. It's just a sugar pill. Like, King isn't actually that strong. But it gets the job done just the same. Just the same. However, for the dragon level cadres of the Monster Association, who have absolute faith in the power they possess, it was merely a shot of adrenaline instead, to set their fighting spirits ablaze. This is an interesting point within the chapter. We've gotten an example of this before, and maybe even more so with others. The primary example would be with Darkshine, right? Where these individuals, these badasses, these dirty demons with their dragons, relish in the fight, relish in the challenge so much, are so confident in their capabilities, that when they get faced, when they get approached, when the odds turn against them, and dramatically, this is King we're talking about, the motherfucker who one-shotted EC, they get into it. They're like, oh, all right, bet I'm about to body the nigga who BDC, bro. You gonna have to give me a whole new rank, a whole new title, bro, a whole new disaster level for this shit, bro. And these niggas are for it. They're getting hyped for that. Darkshine is the opposite example of this. Whenever he got challenged for real, whenever he got whenever somebody came up into his face to really, you know, contest his capabilities and contest his what is it, his reputation or whatever, he shrunk up, shriveled up, couldn't hold up what he's been preaching and touting the entire time. I'm interested to see what you guys think about like that personality or that archetype of character. Like, what does that give you insight to like these monsters as a final potential? Because I think it was last podcast where we were talking about the individuals who really know about Saitama, right? And how that really makes a difference in their potential or in their abilities to fight or how they go about things. So what about here with the cadres? Like, or and all monsters in general. Is this like a stronger type? Like we were talking about last time, like, hey, if you can't acknowledge or measure somebody's power level, if you don't know their power level, does that mean you're really weak? Not the same question, but similar. The fact that these guys are the types that like get more hype when they face somebody who's definitely stronger than them. Does that say something to you about their power level? Like, or how do you guys take that?
For sure. Like in this, well, first I'll say like this. I'll talk in general. We've seen monsters who have relished at fighting someone who is potentially like strong as hell, but it's been due to them having this overconfidence in their ability because they're, they just might be big fish in a small pond. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of examples of that. Maybe you can use like Deep Sea King as an example. But it's just that they haven't seen anybody stronger than them. They can't possibly think of it. So they might rise up to a challenge like this simply because they don't know their own limits and how weak they actually are.
Oh,
and this,
shit. I didn't even think of your nigga. Oh, shit. That's a nigga.
I was just going to say, in this instance, we know they can back it up. They've been proven to be as strong as they think they are. So that their overconfidence is warranted. And the fact that they're being faced with King, they're not thinking that, oh, I'm fighting the strongest person, or maybe they are thinking it, but what their mentality is, you got to prove it. I'm not believing it until you prove it. You got to show me you the strongest human in the world. And if you are, then it's just going to be a test to see how I match up to the strongest human in the world. So I love it.
In the real world, to me, that's actually like one of the toughest situations you can get into, even in like, especially in sports, because it's different when you're like a freshman. Like I got into the varsity team as a freshman or whatever. So like the expectations from me were low. So whenever I did something great or amazing, it was like, oh yeah, freshman's balling or whatever. But it's kind of like what you said, big fish in a small pond. Like the expectations are so low that anybody who's decent or acceptable or tolerable is going to show out. While you get the opposite occasion where like whenever you face individuals who see how good you are and know how good you are, or have studied you and have tried to like actually see what's going on and are trying to actually compete against you, contest that skill that you have, to me, that's the most difficult situation, because it's no longer a situation where you can impress somebody just by doing whatever you can or by doing okay. You have to do your best, and even at your best, it's when you're going to be challenged the most, because that's really how you get better. Like when you're at the extreme, improving at that point, when you're able to think, when you're the most tired, when you're able to push it after you push it for 4 quarters or whatever, that's when you actually get better. So like, it's interesting that you put it that way, because that it does give me, when you phrase it like that, it makes me respect the Cadres that much more, because hey, like, yeah, this is King. That means I gotta work that much harder. And you even have Golden Sperm's dialogue commenting on how like, hey, let's not underestimate this guy. Let's not be rash and crazy. This is the strongest hero that they have. This is the strongest man. Let's take it all together and at one attack, one seriousness, complete seriousness. No question about it. And to be honest, this platinum sperm shit, We don't even know what it could do. We have no idea what potential platinum sperm has. So the fact that you put it like that is very, like, very intuitive, bro. Big fish in a small pond. I definitely got that feel, 100%. Matt Sundown?
Yeah, not necessarily relating to fully to this, but just because you've got me thinking about this, like, big fish in a small pond ideal. I think this is ultimately like what separates any good guy in One Punch Man from any bad guy in One Punch Man. So like when they realize they're a big fish in a small pond, it's about how they react to it. So like I think characters like Geno, Snek, Max, Suiryu, when they realize, you know, they're like big fish in a small pond, it's how they've grown from that and they've learned from their mistakes. And they're like, oh, okay, like I need to change as a person, or I need to, whether I need to change like mentally or physically, or I've got something to measure up to. Whereas a lot of monsters, when they realize that, they'll either like, they'll cower, they'll be like, I won't fight again, like Bakuzan was to Goketsu, or they'll run away, or the moment they realize they are this big fish in a small pond, they change. Like they're not ready to face up to the challenge. They're ready to actually step down. Like they're out of it from that point on. So it will be interesting to see how they react, because there's been, especially like Homeless after this chapter, because, you know, first of all, King made him terrified, and then Zombie Man got choked out. He was getting choked out by Zombie Man. So to see like how he's been riding this power high, how he's going to change from this. Is he going to be like, oh, I need to become better, or is he going to be like, oh, it's like, oh, I can't do this, I'm out of here, kind of thing. I want to see how these guys react to it. Is the main thing.
I apologize for interjecting, but I just thought of this, and I gotta say it before I forget. Like, what's going on with Homeless? Like the difference between Homeless and Black Sperm's reaction to King may also do with at what point they were this powerful. Because you got to remember, Homeless Emperor was a person who gained this power already in, you know, I don't know how old he is exactly, but he was already a grown-ass man before he was, you know, bestowed these powers by God. Black Sperm may be an entity that has been this strong for a long time, so he would have more confidence and more awareness as to, like, other people's strength or how you should react when you're challenged. So I think that may also make a difference.
After you go Sundown, I think we should definitely talk about like how we feel about Homeless, because we've seen him in some pretty low positions in the past 2 to 3 chapters. Like first it was Atomic coming after him, and he's like he just cowering on the ground. Then you got fucking you got King getting him flustered, and you got Zombie Man choking him out. I definitely should have a reevaluation of at least Homeless' stock. But go ahead, Sundown.
Yeah, suspicions confirmed about Homeless. But I think a key thing to mention about monsters, and Matt's kind of already mentioned this, and same with Satsuki. I really like both of their thoughts about this. But with most monsters, it's kind of you become a monster and you get this explosion of power, strength, whatever it might be. And in the immediate presence of humans, you're going to clap most humans around you unless they're B or A class heroes. So that's probably what gets most of these monsters super confident in their abilities. And then you have the monsters we have here, who not only are they super powerful anyway, but they're willing to respond like this to any threat situation. They might have faced threat situations like this beforehand, maybe when they were weaker, younger, or just in the presence of someone who is super strong. So it seems like they're seasoned veterans in that sense, and they had that experience. But the one thing that I noticed from here was, even though they respond in this super positive manner, in the sense of, okay, yeah, we have King here, and we're going to test our skills against him. We're going to see if we can take that mantle of, you know, being the King Slayer, quote unquote. But I think the thing that's got them really wary is, and this will get Grim hyped, is the fact that Atomic Samurai's performance in the last chapter was so devastating to them. I mean, like, Golden Sperm lost, what was it? How many trillions? 11 trillion or something in his arm?
12.
And yeah, so 12 trillion in his arm. Homeless Emperor almost died because Atomic landed on him with the Sunblade. And I think because of that, they're looking at King as like this exponentially more powerful. They're like, if Atomic's like that, but King is the most powerful asset the Hero Association have, he must be miles stronger than that. So if Atomic was able to cut off my arm, and from Homeless Emperor's perspective, he's like, if Atomic was able to almost kill me, then this guy's going to be absolutely crazy. So it's still commendable that they're reacting this way, but it also kind of, I think, explains their wariness when they see King and they're just like, damn man, do we attack him altogether? Do we not? What do we actually do to this guy?
Fuck, man. Keishan, we're talking about how the heroes have reacted to the King engine and King. You know, a lot of times we see individuals cower away as the stereotypical King engine does. But in this instance, it made the cadres react in a much more aggressive manner. They focus all their attention on him and they're gonna bring him down. How do you feel about characters in general in the series and their reactions to like tough situations in times where they're like when they face defeat or when they're facing insurmountable odds? Like, what is your opinion about that in characters?
You mean like in general or specifically King? Because he does react in a very interesting way throughout this.
More so the other characters. Like when maybe the cadres if you want to focus on them, but any character in general, like what is something that you've noticed or that you like or that you'd like to see more of in terms of reactions when characters react to strong obstacles or difficult situations?
Well, considering that most of them have, at least the S-Class, have been hyped up so much, you know, over the course of the series, and this arc has been like the one that's really just in some ways broken them, but they've at least hit a wall that they know they have to overcome. I want to see them, like, you know, just swallow that pride, gain a little humanity. What's the word?
Humility.
Yeah, that's it. Why I couldn't say it, I don't know. I'm a dumb ass.
I fuck up. Now see you all the time. You good?
Hell, I said dumbass wrong, so I'm double dumbass right now. But anyway, but yeah, I just want them to like get humbled for a moment and then like come back stronger, like seeing where they fucked up and then just come back in a way that we aren't expecting them to do. And I think this might be the case. Because, like, if King is actually exposed, then we're going to have some problems.
Yeah, bro, we ain't saying nothing about King being exposed. You tripping.
Oh, maybe it's exposed that he actually has an ability. It's all been a deep fake this whole time. That would be the best turn of events.
I know it's been a really, really long time since we've done like panel of the week or like panel of the week.
Oh.
But man, I just can't get over this panel, page 5, of 6 black sperms with like a bunch of them in the background shaded out a little bit, running out. Bro, oh my god, like
Oh my god.
the vibe, bro. It's go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
No, it's just the most square up picture I've ever seen. That's all it is.
Run up,
Just
you
that
get done
look
up.
It's a gang, motherfuckers, bro. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything else to add. I just laughed because I knew I when I read it, I was thinking like Grim's gonna say something about this. I was like, I know this is going to be more with the podcast. It's a great drawing. It's great because it's the most like they're looking for trouble.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're looking for a fight.
Yo, oh god, I want to put that on my wall saying "looking for trouble."
We didn't divide to plant flowers.
Grim, can you put a picture on Discord before people join in? Can it just be this one?
Yo, oh god, hey, mods, if you're listening to this, get it done. Get it done.
What time you on?
Lord, is it going to be ready for trouble? Because we're going to make it trillions.
And like, just walk up on you and just take your shit, bro. Like, ask you, hey, where you from? Yo.
Oh, and Grim, to add on to like the thing I was saying about like people being overconfident because I think Sundown added more to this with talking about like some monsters having like this explosion power. I think the perfect example of this and what I'm talking about, what point I'm trying to bring home is Bakuzan and Goketsu. Like how Bakuzan reacted to becoming a monster and how he thought he was the shit, so much so that he tried to fuck up Goketsu, and Goketsu just kind of just like treated him like a fly, like, hey, chill, bro. Like I know you feel strong, but you're not fucking with me. Like let's just get down to business, do your job, shit like that. I think there's a difference between people already being that strong and them having that surge of power, because I think once you get that power, you're on this high so much that you don't even realize your limits yet. And I'm not saying that's totally the case with Homeless Emperor, because he's at least had this power for a while, but maybe not enough to have the same amount of experience as Black Sperm has.
Just while we're talking about characters like this, because to me the anomaly in this is someone we haven't talked about for a while, and that's Sonic. Because Sonic is like that get better mentality, but it's not from like being humble. It's more about being like, I will prove to you that I'm better than you, Saitama.
Yeah.
But he's a bad guy. So like, what do you think is like? Do you think he's in a mindset of like because he's kind of, last time we saw him like properly was when he was up against the two ninjas, and he was like, I can't beat these guys. But then he's still trying to improve after that.
See, my problem is that it's all based around Saitama. Like, and please take into account that my opinion is heavily skewed against Sonic. Like, I was always a Genos boy when it came down to the two, and I don't like whatsoever anything that's happened with the character since then. Like, we've always talked about and discussed and debated whether this is an entire arc since chapter like basically 38 or whatever, since the monsters first started attacking in J City and the other different cities or whatever. If this is an entire arc, could be considered that. Since that time period, we have not seen Sonic in action or in relevance whatsoever. That's literally more than 120 chapters of not seeing Sonic. So, for all intents and purposes, me already not liking him and then not ever seeing him again, I don't even like have a reason to like actually consider him in any type of the scaling. Like, I think it would be cheap and stolen and undeserved for him to be as capable as the fighters that are here right now. Like in this chapter, one of the things that we'll discuss that really got to me, I did not like whatsoever. It was fine, but I'm skeptical now as to the future of this character is Metal Bat. I was under the strong assumption, hope, desire, want for Metal Bat to come back from the hospital, exponential growth. I'm talking, the context is there. People were talking about in the Discord about how the Nichiden pulling out the sword thing is an ass pull, or there's another instance where somebody mentioned that it was an ass pull in the chapter. Oh, I think it may be Platinum Sperm that they were talking about. Whatever it may be. Individuals are saying that like, oh yeah, like he shouldn't be that strong, or oh it's out of nowhere, or like how the hell did you get that or whatever. Like, I think Metal Bat has claim to become stronger exponentially out of nowhere. Like his entire basis of his power is fighting spirit, which gives him strength as he fights. So I don't think it'd be crazy for him to keep that latent strength or keep that ability indefinitely. But when I saw him in there, it's like he wasn't doing anything. His dialogue alluded to him not doing anything, and he was just splattering around like Sperm that weren't really fighting or putting up a threat. I think if Sonic comes back into the story as capable as the ninjas were, a threat to Saitama, or even comparable to Genos, it'll be cheap. And I don't respect the way that he's responded to obstacles and adversity, as we're talking about now, as Matt mentioned, because I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen it. We saw him try to take a cell, and that didn't work, which is fine and cool. I like that we get to keep the pure and driven Sonic, but his entire drive is based off of Saitama, and we know that's not gonna happen. You would expect that to make him like Genos, or like another crazy instance where you're striving after the strongest fucking character. So of course you're gonna be crazy strong because your expectations and your goals are so high up that anything you do or anything you try is gonna be such an extent, such an exaggeration that just by you failing, you're failing above average or you're failing way above what anybody else is doing because you're trying so hard. Because you're putting in so much effort, because your goal is that much greater. You would think that would be the case for Sonic, but it is not. I have zero reason to believe that Sonic would be competition for Genos now, especially with what we've just seen. Like, I don't respect his drive. I don't respect how he reacted to adversity because he hasn't.
Okay, so two things. First, I noticed something about you, Graham.
I'm black.
Satsuki the detective here. What you got against femboys, man?
Whoa!
We got Sonic. We got Sweet Mask. We got Flashy Flash. What's going on, man?
Yo.
Talk to me.
Right, I'll be Constable Matt then. Right, let him. Come on, we want to hear what's going on. Come on, what's all
Talk
this?
to us, bro.
Listen, bro, all these pretty boys out here, bro. We need big, strong cock D's and niggas, bro. Roughneck niggas, bro. We ain't out with this pretty boy shit, bro.
Oh my
Fuck all that
god,
shit, bro. These ugly ass pretty boys. Fuck that.
Take him away, lads.
Well, okay. The second thing I wanted to say is this kind of why I don't really like disagree with what you're saying about Sonic. It's just I have a different perspective on it. And it's one of the reasons why I respect One Punch Man. It kind of reminds me of Hunter x Hunter in a way that the story isn't written to where as we progress in the story, the power has to progress. Like has to. Like we had Boros in season 1 of the anime, and we didn't get anybody that was comparable to him for a very long time.
We still have it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to speculation, people may speculate that Black Sperm is of that level or whatever. But for a long period of time, we didn't have anybody to the level of Boros, and he was a world-ending threat. But One Punch Man can be written in a way to where the arcs aren't necessarily focused on villains that were stronger than the last. It could be focused on. We could have a fucking chapter where we're going to the grocery or something. We just run along monsters along the way. That's how One Punch Man is written. So I could see something focused on Sonic to where he doesn't have to be as strong as Saitama or Genos. He doesn't even have to be scaled up to their level. He's gonna get stronger because this is a fighter series. And ultimately, you have to get stronger if you're a person who's fighting all the time. But I don't think it has to be such a leap in his power to where he becomes completely irrelevant. I mean, we have characters still now. We have B-class heroes fighting in this arc right now, and you can say what you want about them, but they actually had some type of relevance in there because of who they were matched up with. So I think One Punch Man is going to allow Sonic to still get the proper growth and development because of how the arc around, the characters around Sonic won't scale to this level. Because if he's dealing with motherfuckers that are Black Sperm level, Homeless Emperor level, then yeah, he shouldn't, realistically, he should not even be a blip on a radar. But I don't think that's how it's going to be written.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think more than anything with Sonic, like, I want his character arc to be about, like, strength, but not necessarily just being like, I have to be strong, but, like, like, because you said about, like, Genos, for example, Grim, and I do think, they did set up early on, like, with that fight, like, okay, a Sonic Genos rivalry, that could be really fun. But obviously, no one would think that Sonic could beat Genos right now. And I'd love a moment where he's like, oh, I'll challenge you again, Genos. And Genos stomps him because he's just that much stronger. And then Sonic's got to look at himself and be like, first I can't even match up to Saitama, now I can't even match up to Genos. What's going on with me? All these strong guys showed up out of nowhere. I'm training like crazy. Nothing's working out. Tried eating the monster cell, didn't work out. What am I doing wrong? And that's his growth.
I think before Keishan and Sunda hop in, I think what I'm anticipating and what I want for the Sonic arc is, coincidentally, we have the two ninjas that are back in commission. They got revived by Phoenix Man. They're not here on the surface. It's a possibility that I'm not going to get the whole full Monster Association assault or grouping where we get the two ninjas back, Psychos, Rover, Fearer, Gums, everybody comes back. I'm not sure if we're going to get that, and it's looking less likely now that even Natural Water's back and nobody else is. So it looks like they're not even like giving any relevance to Rover. So if that's going to be the case, it looks like the ninjas might actually have a chance of going into the next arc, because Flashy Flash coincidentally also not present in this arc for the majority of it. So if we get into a stance where he has to deal with these other ninjas, and we're taking the perspective that for him, like we did with Garou, to where we're going around doing missions or doing things that Sonic's doing, and then we have a side story or or the overall story or the overall arching arc is in the background, and we're going to switch math to it, that would really, really help me tailor my opinions of Sonic into like more subjective or excuse me, objective, where it's like I'm not throwing my opinion in there or it's past hate. Because sure, I definitely can agree with Sasuke that like One Punch Man is not a story to where the progression continues linearly in one way only. That's not the case. You're right. We did get Boros in like chapter 33, 34 or whatever. And we see individuals fight all the time. And those lower tier fights are just as exciting as the other ones. That's one of the spectacular things about One Punch Man. All the fights have effort put into them. All of them. Like the AB8, the AB8 versus Garou was that thing. That was that thing.
Yeah.
And immediately led into Genos versus Garou, which is also that thing. And that's an S-class fight. So like I definitely get that, and I can give a chance to Sonic, but to bring it back, because the real topic that we're talking about is how this character responds to adversity, right?
Mm-hmm.
The adversity or the growth or development that he gets has to be either be relevant or has to be significant. Like it has to be part of the overarching arc, bigger storyline, so that he's involved, or it has to be somebody some villain or something like that, that is part of the overarching arc and storyline. And we get to see Sonic comparing up against him, or comparing up against one of his disciples, or the main guy even. Like, it has to be something that gives Sonic weight in the story, as well as weight with, like, experience and fighting and being out there in front on screen time, on page time. Because... bro, fuck this pretty boy, bro. Like fuck this nigga, bro. The nigga's sweet. Man.
There
like,
it
no,
is.
Bro,
bro,
see, look,
like,
I think that's
fuck-
possible. I think that's possible if we think of it in the vein of we're focusing on like the ninja side of things, because that's already been a possible plot point we can go towards through, Hellfire, Galewind, and Flashy Flash. So that's a possible like art we can focus on. And then, that kind of scales things down, because I don't think ninjas and all these assassins are going to be as strong as any of the threats we see now. And then, Sonic can have his relevance.
Keishan, Sundown, what do you guys feel about Sonic's response to adversity before we move on? We've been on it for like 10 minutes.
We haven't seen him in a while, so I'm kind of wondering, like, maybe he got some kind of, like, very minimalistic power-up from that monster cell that he cooked and ate and then was on the toilet for, like, 2 days. So
If he's lost weight and is so much faster because of it, I'm there for it.
that would be hilarious. And this is the kind of series that would make that a power-up. You can't even deny that fact. Because frickin' Purr, he gets a power up from doing weird shit all the damn time now.
So no.
Yeah, so his response to adversity, I don't think we've had too many counts of seeing it. I mean, there was that one time against, Deep Sea King, where did he run from that to get a weapon? And then there was the time against the two ninjas where I think he realized he couldn't compete there. But other than that, we haven't really seen too much, and I think I agree with Satsuki where You know, if and actually I think Grim said this, if there's a giant leap in his strength, I'd be annoyed by that. But I don't think that's what we're gonna get, and I'm hoping it's gonna be more along the lines of what Matt and Sasuke have been saying throughout, which is hopefully if there's some sort of like there's more of a linear progression in his abilities. Maybe it's going to be a ninja arc where they go through the ninja villages because those two, Hellfire and Gale Wind, whatever, because those two escaped and they go back to their village, and hopefully we get an arc about that, and it ties into like the master plan or whatever. But if we get that and he's going through the ninja village, kind of showing more of why he was deemed a prodigy, and then we get to see him compete, and get better and better through that. I'd be down for that, and then he'd eventually be fighting to what are they low dragons at this point? Were they dragons or were they high?
They were
demons?
considered dragons when they transformed.
Yeah, so low dragons basically.
Yeah. But if he gets to the point where going through this village or these villages, he gets to the point where he can compete with them and eventually put them down. I think that's as good a progression as you're gonna get.
Well, progression is measured in many different ways. Right now, we're about to measure the progression of King's second most iconic fight. As we talked about in the beginning of this video, King once entered a diner. In this diner, there were assassins. Now, these assassins were there to kill, as their names allude to. And their target was King. Do you know what King did to them assassins? That thing.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say. I could keep going with the story. I could keep doing that. But I would ruin the greatest chapter ever. So I'm not gonna do that for you. Go read that. I forgot the name of the chapter. But King in a Diner. Type that in on Google and see what comes up. That's the greatest chapter of One Punch Man you'll ever read. That's the greatest chapter of writing you'll ever read. The Sumerians fucked up because them niggas was not around to read that chapter, man. That's how bad. I think the niggas that started writing. If I'm wrong, look it up. And then them niggas, the new niggas that you looked up that really started writing first, them niggas missed out, bro.
This is the weirdest flex ever.
Hey, bro. Bro.
Catch up, Picasso. You ain't doing it like Murata.
Stop.
I'm here to tell you.
Stop.
You ain't got no Fubuki. I ain't seen no Fubuki.
Fubuki. Ooh. Bro, imagine Fubuki in the 16th chapel, bro. Boy, everybody be Christian, nigga. Everybody be Catholic, bro. Everybody, bro. Stop.
They'd be all sexual deviants just jacking off in the chapel.
Fuck them on Elisa. We got Psycho.
Yo, Mona who? But back to progression. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are about to do, we're about to methodically analyze, interpret King's impeccable battle strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say it was flawless, there was zero mistakes in King's stance up against three of the strongest cadres. Three cadres who we had just seen, not only atomic, arguably the third to fourth to second strongest S-class in the Hero Association. But Bang and Bomb, bitch. And Tatsumaki, bitch. And Big Strong Kakdizo Genos, bitch. Like, how many heroes do you need, bro? Do I gotta say Darkshine 2? Do I gotta say Pooty 2? Do I gotta say Zombie Man 2? Like, listen, bro. The strongest motherfuckers around have coalesced into one place, into one unit, into one grouping to face King. Do you know what King did? That thing.
10 toes down.
Shit.
In the pocket right now. Hey, make your move, man. Shit, I'm right here.
I'm about to read to you word for word King's entire strategy. Please pay attention. If you have anything to say, comment, analyze that we should discuss, please stop me. Please. Stop me. Because they sure as I didn't stop King. Okay. He ain't moving. He's waiting for us to make the first move. I'm totally gonna die. No. I'm not gonna read that.
No, you want his strat? His strat is like, what am I doing?
Hey,
It's like, I hope I paid that life insurance check.
how does that guy fight anyway? No idea. Out of all the heroes, King is the only one worth an abnormal lack of battle data. He's also very good at manipulating information. He's touted as the strongest man for a reason, it seems.
How about that, by the way?
What, the manipulating information shit?
No. The fact that their
There's
lack
a
of
lack of-
information. Yeah, their lack of
And he was
information.
the one that was noted to have been looking on the site this whole time, so it's nice that they're calling back to that.
It's just dope that like that's coming into play as to their hesitation when it comes to how they engage King, because they literally do not know what he could possess.
Fuck yeah, bro. Like, fuck. Like, imagine that, bro. Oh my god. Just run up against the strongest nigga. You don't even know how he fights. Bro, what?
Yeah, that's a serious situation.
Ties into Gero telling them who their matchup was, and when King came along, he's probably like, yeah, I don't know.
Go punch
We'll
him
see.
and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Shit. Somebody be a test dummy.
It's crazy. So that means that, like, I mean, technically, yeah, we didn't. I mean, did you guys feel like there was somebody who was a response for King? Because we know everybody was matched up for a reason, but I'm not under the assumption or pretending that like they were matched up exactly. Like, did the did the heroes who didn't have a matchup? Is that because those cadres were killed beforehand, or are we to think that like EC and Goketsu were the answer for King that Gero had in mind? Like, who was supposed to match up with King?
Orochi.
No. Maybe maybe
Sorry,
so.
Go ahead.
Maybe so. I was just thinking, like, I don't know if you guys would probably know more, but has Gero like commented on like how she was supposed to deal with King?
Nope, I don't think so.
So the only comment ever that was to deal with King, it was never from Gero, so like take it with a grain of salt, was when Taro and Wagoma were in a prison and Sludge Jellyfish was talking to them, and they were like, oh, King will save us, King will save the day. And he was literally like, you don't understand how powerful our cadres are. Like, even King should be able to. Like, even as powerful as King couldn't beat them. So there might, like I said, as we said in this one, like there's a normal lack of battle data. So it might have just been like, because there's such like a variety in the cadres, that Gorogo's strategy might have just been like, okay, first of all, Orochi can't be beaten, but also the cadres are crazy. We've got basically like, they can cover any kind of weaknesses. So if we spot this weakness with King, you know, Homeless can counter this, Fury can counter this, Blacksmith can counter this, etc. That's the only thing I could think of. But there's no real concrete plan against King, because as we learned this one, King is the only one with an abnormal lack of battle data.
Though we may have hostages, they say King can make monsters lose consciousness without even touching them. We may be strong, but we cannot let our guard down. Oh my god, bruh. Who's this we? Don't lump us all together. Yo, that face, bro.
Alright, man. I know what you're on about.
Last person said, "No, we with the shits." Hold on.
That's how it, bro. Those two faces, bro. The middle one and the one to the right. Yeah, he's like, Nani? Oh shit, bro. Now then, I'll test it out. Test? Test what? King. Test out how someone like you would avoid my attacks, of course. I'm not reading that, bruh. Yo, who's he talking to?
Alright.
Who's he talking to?
Alright, King, by the way. That's no problem. But what happened if I touch that light?
Normally you'd be vaporized.
This is why King's strong. He has an okay face. Saitama has an okay face.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
I thought about that in my reaction. I was like, oh, I would love to just have a shirt with like you have like King like freaking out on the front of a shirt, and then on the back you just have Saitama be like, okay.
That would be badass. Get Two-Face, yeah. Bro, does anybody know who he's talking to?
He's talking to himself.
Homeless Emperor.
Stop.
Obviously he's talking to Homeless Emperor.
Stop.
When he asked why I would have to touch that light because it's implied that he's talking to Homeless at this point.
No, he's mulling it over in his head because he's like, if I touch that, I'm kind of dead, right?
Well,
He's definitely talking to Homeless Emperor because then Homeless Emperor says normally you'd be vaporized.
He's like, test what? And King's like, I'll test out someone like you. And it's like, no, say paddling is, so it's implied. So
no, I definitely think the blacked out screen is alluding to that it's in his head.
No,
because Homeless Emperor, because at first I thought the same thing, but when he says normally you'd be vaporized, that's Homeless Emperor talking to him.
Grim, are you serious about this? First of all,
no, I get why it sounds crazy because like why would you answer yourself if you're asking the question? But like, why would Homeless answer? Like why would King ask Homeless? By the way, what would happen if I touched that light?
Grim, there's no thought bubbles there. He's literally got speech bubbles, and we have an example later on with Homeless thinking about it. Like we're speaking about what King said, reading between the lines, and the bubbles are entirely different.
Alright, bruh. Homeless answered King. Fucking, I don't believe it. To me, he said it in his head.
It's more a conversation, mate.
First, I'll blast that relaxed smile off your face. Wait. Haven't you noticed yet? Bro, here's the first instance right there, bro. Here's the first instance right there. You got Homeless Emperor acknowledging his lack of information. He takes, just like he has before, just like he's done before, confidently and effectively takes an appropriate and a correct stance, a correct strategical battle decision. Hey, you don't know what the power is? Let's test it. Let's send in a probe to find out what this thing is really about, how it's gonna react, what it can do. And a big boy too, bruh. One of the big orbs, bruh. And what happens immediately? He drops into tsukuyomi, bitch. Remember, Itachi don't gotta fucking look at you. He can like point at you. I think he did that one time. He pointed at somebody and he got caught in tsukuyomi. There it is, bro. There it is. King says, "Oh, no. We got past that. Haven't I noticed yet? You said, yeah." Yo, King, bro, look at this, bro.
Bill got his arms folded.
Bruh.
Like, listen to me, boy. No, I got nah. I gotta say that for a different panel. Because he sunned them in one panel.
If King had glasses, he'd be pushing them up with his finger, and you couldn't see his eyes.
The glasses shimmer.
Yeah.
It would be a constant shimmer on King.
This panel is my favorite of the chapter.
Look under your feet. Yo, that nigga, King.
He gotta be doing this on purpose, bro. I can't believe that's an accident. You can't be looking that fierce. Like, I wish I had like a default face like King so niggas would leave me alone. Bruh. Stop walking up on me, man.
There's a little reverse psychology and never be in a fight again in your life, huh?
Yo, King legit. Like, bro. King look like that nigga legit, bro.
I'm gonna start using that. I'm just gonna walk up on people and be like, look under your feet.
Now, the preceding dialogue is where we get the first instance, or the first example of King completing his tsukuyomi technique. The dialogue says,
Grip, you sound like Shonen from me. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way you come out with some of this stuff.
the place where you're standing. All those little chunks of rubble are pretty unstable. It's dangerous. It looked like you hadn't noticed, so I figured I should tell you. My boy, yo.
And
Yo,
that
just-
Yeah, that
dummy
broke
found-
him. Oh, fuck.
like, like legitimately, bro. He has him just completely overthinking. He's just telling me to watch where I'm standing. No. I have to read between the lines. This is a warning. I can dodge your light spear and be on top of you in an instant. Do you think you could possibly get away from my attacks while you're standing on that? Is what he's telling me.
I don't know.
Boom.
Do you know what's crazy as well? King could actually, like, if he got close, he could genuinely beat Homeless.
That is exactly what I said in my live reaction. I sat
said
there
it
and started
too.
talking about it. I said, "Oh shit, legit King could beat him."
King could legit beat a dragon. It's insane. I want it so bad. It's not gonna happen, I think.
Stop, bro. Listen. I wasn't gonna bring this up because I'm waiting. But just because you said that, I gotta bring it up. Homeless being choked is bullshit. In the Zombie Man versus Homeless Emperor fight, Zombie Man shot a gun at Homeless Emperor, point blank. The next panel we see is Homeless Emperor looking at the bullet while it's speeding towards his eye, and he throws an orb in the way. There's absolutely no reason for me to believe or to have any sense in accepting the fact that Zombie Man says that if you hit me, the orbs will blow up and hurt you because you're a regular human. Was that not the case for the bullet too? That's complete bullshit.
Because the bullet vaporized itself going through the orb. But in this case, if he's throwing orbs through Zombie Man, well, I suppose it would just vaporize him, right? Like, it shouldn't explode, but apparently he thinks he doesn't have enough control. Stop it just going through him.
I'm telling you, bro, that is a glitch, a mistake. I don't know what you want to call it, Bill. Like,
A cop out.
yeah, bro, like 100%. I'm waiting for a redraw, man.
Oh no!
Oh no, he said it.
Why would you say that?
Wow. You know, Murata listens. He's like, wow, I want more redraws. All I'm saying is, you guys kept
They
talking about
love
Mizuki Tatsumaki site. Also, they're showing up in the covers all the time.
Oh man.
Oh shit! Now Murata do be watching the videos though.
Thank you for making One Punch Man, Murata.
If he did, he would have been off when you said he was going through your whole fuck Murata phase.
Oh
He
god.
was like, okay. You were like, damn, all right, this
Well,
was my
that's when-
favorite podcast, but
That's when he stopped watching.
Yo, fuck that nigga, bro. Like, bro, why in the world would you think
Stop it!
3 months of no chapters besides shitty redraws? Like,
Because you made a sick animation.
yo, fuck that nigga, bro. Like,
Oh, no, I'll fight for it.
Grim was off the hype train when he saw the penguin suit with the iceberg.
oh
He
yeah,
was-
yeah.
He was like, no, we ain't doing this now.
I've been really on that hype since chapter 1. The moment I got a grade first class. The moment that penguin showed up, they gave me a good grade. It was great.
Yo, like, somebody shoot Matt. Like, this is not okay.
All I'm saying is,
This is
no
not-
one did more damage to Brave Giant than the penguin suit. Okay.
No.
oh no.
Unacceptable, bro. Like,
Oh, you on the panel? Look at him, looking like a stern father. You disappoint me, son. Oh my god.
I'll
Find
wait.
alternative ways to disappoint your father.
You better take off the belt. Oh my god.
Just looking down on him, bro. Like,
Oh my god, that's giving me PTSD, bro.
so the dialogue proceeds. I wanted to test him, but he's testing me instead. That was close. If I hadn't read between the lines and halted my attack, he would have struck through some small opening and killed me for sure. This man, he has his keen receptors wired into the entire battlefield.
By the way, that point where he says would have killed me for sure, that's where I started to kind of question, hey, wait a second. Are you saying one shot from King? I understand they think King's like at another level here, but that's where I first started to suspect maybe this guy can't take a hit. Maybe he's just a normal human like we thought. And then we get what we get later on.
He's a glass cannon.
I fucking hate that shit, bro. He's not a fucking glass cannon. Fuck.
He's a human with abnormally powerful abilities, but if he can't defend himself with his orbs, he's kind of fucked.
So is Atomic, man. So is Flashy too.
In a sense.
Yeah, but then
but they're yeah. They're
other
more
training.
they're
Matter of fact, I'm
more-
capping. Atomic's not, bro. Atomic a big tank, bro. Cock diesel, bro. This nigga be getting bodied all the time. Be eating that shit, bro. Like I said,
It's
like,
like even
Probably
without
more.
their swords, Flashy Flash and Atomic probably couldn't kill like a very powerful monster, but they could definitely evade.
what?
continue,
Yo,
all
somebody
that stuff.
shoot Sundown. We just saw Atomic cut off 12 trillion dragons, bro. And he can't be strong dragons? 12
Without
trillion
their
dragons.
Say without his sword is what he
Without
said.
their swords.
Is what he
Oh.
said. Grim, because you're the atomic guy, like you can create. Who was the monster who beat with just his toothpick? Because
Oh yeah.
there was that guy who was crazy. That was a good moment for atomic.
I think that was in the, actually in the base. Or right outside the base, I think. One of the two.
It was one of the guys outside the base. I didn't know if you knew who it was. That's
Yeah.
all.
No. It was some significant fodder.
But we know that like martial artists can take a hit because like we've got like Bang and Melzagard where he went flying and was immediately just like, well, I've just got to start working out more, you know, and he was absolutely fine.
Exactly. So matter of fact, high key, Holmes has never been hit before, bro. He's probably a tank as tough as Goketsu, but he's never been hit before, bro. That's really what it is.
Nah.
Wait, so
That's
is Zombie
probably
Man
what it is.
stronger than Goketsu?
Listen, bro. Who's alive now? Zombie or Goketsu? All right then.
Nah, dude, let's be real. You give Homeless Emperor a strong nipple cripple and he's done.
Yo.
God, no.
Somebody arrest Sundown, bro. What is this? No. This is homeless, bitch. Stop.
Oh my god.
But then Homeless isn't done, bro. He is not done. You finally given me a glimpse. You seem to think you have hidden your hand well. But today, I'll show everybody the real you. King. This nigga's sweating his ass off, bro.
I thought that would be Matt's favorite panel.
Does he know?
Which
But
one?
does he know? Does he
Oh, yeah,
know?
no, I love that panel. It's great.
Yo.
No, it's not my favourite, but we're getting there. We're getting to my favourite. It's a little bit off. But...
The super
I think
self-conscious flip. Go ahead.
No. I think I know what panel you're getting at, Matt.
Okay, just call it when you see it.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm just a regular human. My bad for starting out here in the first place. Just a regular human.
The smile. He said a pussy, nigga. Look how he. Oh my god. Nah, that might be the best panel in there. He said, "What? This what y'all got for me? Oh my god, y'all must be running. I could tell it's COVID. Y'all running out of workers and shit. Oh my god, bring your best, please."
Yo, this had to be the funniest tsukuyomi, bro. Like, bro, like.
Look at his eyes, dog. Ain't no way, bro. King is doing this on purpose. Ain't no way.
King is like, bro, this man is a master. Bruh, this guy, he knows my secret. And if you take away my light powers, inside I'm just on par with an average human. Shit, where did I slip up? This is bad. If they figure it out too, I'm in deep trouble.
Oh, the Nets better funny too. Oh man, dog, I'm telling you, dog. Like, hey, hey, hold on.
Yo, this nigga he's cracking up.
Look at, hey, hold on. Oh my god. They like, wait, you really not about that shit? Hold on.
The one
Let me
half
find
panels
out.
are great.
Let me find out. Oh my god, dog.
Just watching his ass like, yo, what you gonna do?
You better run that drill, homeless emperor. They on your ass.
Shit. And it's crazy, bro. The dialogue is like, bro, like, it's the fact that it's multidimensional. That's why I love One Punch Man. Like, this dialogue is just listen to it. It's dangerous to let him talk anymore. Let's finish him off right now. That's what they should do. If they do that, they would win. King's dead. and he's saying that. He's saying it's too dangerous to let him talk anymore. Because that's 100% how he's been getting them niggas. Like, that's how King got them niggas. That's how he got homeless, by just talking.
He talked no jutsu.
Yeah, so like in this single panel right here, homeless emperor technically defeated King right there. He defeated the strategy, and then he just
Yeah,
You did not say that after the past 20 minutes. You'd be like, King's flawless strategy. It's perfect. You're like, he defeated the strategy. What? No.
That's literally it. Like, it's too dangerous to let him talk anymore. Like, that's 100% what just happened. King was talking and bodying this nigga, bro. Just by talking, bro. King stopped the whole spirit bomb by talking to this nigga, bro. Like, like, come on, bro. That's crazy. And then the homeless out of nowhere, one person says, it's too dangerous to let him talk anymore. Let's finish him off right now, bro. That's it. He's done, bro. He would have did it.
That shit is so great because like the setup to make this comedic and still make sense is like that balance is so dope.
Like shit, bro.
But you got that unstable footing.
That's what you get from wearing them dusty ass New Balance, whatever the fuck they are.
Them Nebraska.
Oh yeah,
Definitely got it.
he definitely got those shits from you Payless or something. Man. Goodwill something. Those are not name brand for sure.
So now that we're through the first portion of King's flawless tsukuyomi, how do you guys feel about King's fighting style?
He fought.
Hey.
Hold on, let me look up the definition of fight. Let's see. The first definition I see is take part in a violent struggle involving the exchange of physical blows or the use of weapons. This was not a fight by that definition.
Bro, who wrote that SJW bit? Stop.
But hey, listen. You know what? Why it's also not a fight? It's because it's like I'll just using the basics. There was no struggle on the side of King.
Oh damn!
He's literally just standing there menacingly.
He's saying one shot. He don't fight, but no difference.
It was a mental struggle for him.
No difference.
Constantly like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, there's inner turmoil for sure, but when it comes to like they're actually being well, I guess it because he's seeing how strong they are, it's kind of affecting him too. But I don't know. Maybe we could say the fight is still going.
I mean, it is at the end, and I'm very scared.
So then we get a zombie man that's blitzing and busts homeless orb above him. So I guess we get to see like if you actually start hurting or like I guess choking homeless, you can get him to dissipate some of his attacks. How do you guys feel about the return of Zombie Man?
Disrespectful.
Didn't expect that shit at all.
He really choking this man out, dick swinging.
Yo,
I'll
stop!
be mad as hell. I'll be mad as hell. He literally like if you seen Baby Boy, he is like Melvin in the shit. Like if you seen Baby Boy, just to give you a little context, like it's about like a grown man living with his mama, and then she has this. She's not his stepdad, or yeah, he's not his stepdad, but he's the new boyfriend of his mama. And then there's one scene where he's in the kitchen cooking breakfast, butt ass naked, and he just look at the main character like, hey, you know what it is. And then you got homeless emperor butt ass naked sunning homeless emperor. Oh my god, that's disrespectful, dog. Poking him out too.
Find it kind of funny because it's like one was taking the balls and now one's taking the shaft. So it's like they're
Oh
having
my
a
God.
fun
Yo,
exchange.
Case A, arrest Keisha immediately. Hell no. Hell
Wait,
no, bro.
wait. Did you just say arrest Keisha?
Shoot him.
What?
I was about to say because you said shoot Matt and then you said shoot Sundown. Like I was about to say, wait, why Keisha gets arrested?
fuck the English.
Oh my, yeah, that's where I was about to go. That's where I was about to go, but you said it for me.
T.
Was that racism?
What?
It's
Yes.
some kind, yeah.
What?
I don't know if I feel very comfortable on this podcast anymore, guys.
The new racism, new
It
and
has
approved.
evolved.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, I hear eagles screeching in the background now.
Oh shit. Yo, this dialogue.
Also-
Go ahead.
Also, yet again, another scene of the moon.
Oh,
It looks like an eyeball coming out of a different dimension or something.
Mate, that moon's up to something.
Yeah,
It's always up to something. It's up in the
Infinite
sky.
tsukuyomi.
it's so like ominous, bro. Cause like I always get that same feeling too. Like whenever they put that moon in the back shot, cause it's like I get it. You're not gonna see it in every single angle, but like I don't know. I feel like there's just something to it. But like it's we also see it frequent enough that like you could honestly consider it just part of the backdrop. Like yeah, it's one of those iconic parts that you put in for like those widespread double spreads or one of those good ass panels. Like yeah, I get it. It has those both dual functions and it does them well enough that like you can't really say it is really a plot point right now. Like I want it to be. I feel like it should be. It's gonna be.
I feel like it is, yeah. I think it's gonna be eventually.
It would be. It'd be funny as hell if, like, the moon is actually like an egg of some sort of creature, and
Well-
when Saitama like impacted with it, it's cracked it enough to where it's going to awaken someday.
I will say, Keishan, you just made it as a comment, but like I don't think I can see it now because you said it looked like an eyeball, and it does now. I can't unsee that.
Yep,
It's like
100%.
it's just watching everything going on.
It is the true. What's the guy's name? The Watcher from the What If Marvel series.
That in the sun.
Well, because I was watching a few episodes of it, and it's like he appears in the background a few times, and I'm like, God damn, I didn't notice it like the first episode, and now I'm seeing him in every background. So, and the moon is no different. It's just always there.
But no, I definitely understand that. But if it was like that, like how you're explaining it to where like you can subtly see it in the background, that'd be fucking badass. But no, it's always pretty much always prominent. Which I
I would
like.
think it would have. Doesn't the moon rotate a little bit? Like, why is it always in this one position though?
No,
It's
yeah,
kinda
I think
strange.
That's what we need to find out.
No, I'm pretty sure it's locked. That's why there's a dark side of the moon because one side never faces us.
Yeah, but the dark side is always the side that isn't facing us. It's not to do with where the moon is. So he's on about like,
Yeah.
in theory, like you should be able to. There should be nights where the moon looks normal in One Punch Man, like no jump where Saitama was because the moon's rotating.
Ah, okay. That's
Or you can't see it all because it's eclipsed. You know, a new moon, waning moon, waxing moon, crescent. You know, something. But it's always like a full moon.
Just everyone at home, I mean this with all seriousness. When you're in One Punch Man, keep your eye on the moon. I think there's something with the moon. There really is.
Yeah, keep your eye on the moon that now looks like an eye. So this has gone full circle.
There's gotta be something up there. Mr. Zump. No, I'm not reading that gay shit. Listen.
I was waiting for this. I knew this was gonna happen.
Listen, bro.
You have a friendship.
Mr. Zombie Man.
Listen, bro. We're not pedophiles here, bro. Like,
We're not.
That's not what we do.
Pointing that out.
I don't. Like,
You had to clarify.
Like, listen. I want to get serious with this too. Like, I understand there are cultural differences between us and the Japanese. I understand that very, very
I
clearly.
don't think being naked in front of children is a cultural difference.
Bro, listen. You're not gonna.
Wasn't this
We're not
only a
gonna.
thing in like Korea, South Korea. That's where the like pairing came from.
Hey, bro. I don't know. No, old men used to pump little kids all the time, all over the world, bro.
No, I'm talking about the specific pair.
What?
What?
As in Zombie Man and Child Emperor.
Yeah, I think it was when it seemed like they had this relationship, just a friendly relationship, and it just kind of came out of nowhere, and we started questioning it, and I think we looked it up, and it was like because of like fan art and shit of the two always together, and it's always from like South Korea.
Oh.
This was a long time ago, though.
Oh, no, yeah,
I mean they're peddling this relationship.
Fan service, for sure they are. I remember that conversation. Us talking about a pairing between characters, and then the zombie child thing came up. I remember that. Listen, man, you gotta do what you gotta do to make that money, but stop.
You gotta
Also,
do what
I think
You gotta do what you gotta do. Just don't do what I like to do.
just don't do that.
Yeah.
And also, I think Child Emperor is just happy to see him because the last time we saw him, he was like blasted apart to the point where it didn't even look like he could regenerate.
Bro, I don't care about what the excuses are in story, bro. It's very, very awkward, that interaction that we had with Zombie Man and Child Emperor, bro. It was out of nowhere, and the dialogue alluded to like... Go ahead.
Can I open this up to everyone? Did anyone think this was awkward?
Yes, a child is excited to see a naked grown man.
Nah, bro. Nah, y'all can gaslight me or whatever this term is. All y'all want, bro. I know what I read, bro. Them niggas trying to pump child, man. They trying to pump child. Ain't none of that. He too strong for all that shit, bro.
The only weird thing was like, okay, his surprise and the Zombie Man being heavily naked, but the fact that he's just surprised to see the dude alive, considering he just got vaporized a few chapters ago. So I wasn't too fussed about it, but I was waiting for this because I knew Grim would be like, I do not approve, and America does not approve of this relationship.
Oh, I feel like I've heard that. What is that a reference to?
That was a reference to me. I made that right now.
Oh, I feel like there was a celebrity or there was like some kind of pastor or something that made that damn that said that line.
Nah, bro. We just ain't for that tip to tip shit, bro. Ain't none of that.
Oh my god.
especially when the tip is like
He
30.
makes it worse.
30 at like 9. It's like nah. Nah.
Viewers, none of us were thinking on that line. It was just Grim.
Yet again.
Jesus Christ, get out the fucking chat.
Alright, so actually some pretty badass. Well, we didn't talk about like what do you guys feel about Zombie Man coming back? Like it's been a while since we've seen him. Like the Zombie Man chapter 101, whenever it first came out, and like the first release order was astounding. Like the entire community responded to Zombie Man's first appearance in the manga. Everybody was okay with it. Everybody liked it. A bunch of people were displaying like, "Hey, Zombie Man's super cool. They loved it. They loved this fight." Assuming that this hype hasn't died or gone away or no longer existent, are you guys happy that Zombie Man's back? Like, do you think he's gonna play a bigger part now? This is him getting revenge for his fight. He's gonna complete his fight. Is he gonna finish this? Is he gonna actually beat Homeless? What's going on?
I'm excited not only because it's Zombie Man coming back. That's my boy, favorite or second favorite S-Class hero versus Tatsumaki after what she's shown in this arc. But I also am excited to see him back because I think this is building up to a theme, and that theme is us getting rematches between heroes that fought underground. Because we already got a little bit of Atomic and Golden Sperm, and of course that fight did not end in a conclusion per se, but it still happened. That confrontation happened. Now we got Zombie Man and Homeless Emperor, and the one that I've already speculated could happen, but I feel like will happen soon is Fear or Vomited Fear Ugly and Sweet Mass.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think there is a theme that's starting to show up. I think you're right about that. I mean, I'm happy that Zombie Man's showing up again. I like him. My only thing is I'm not sure what else he can really do. Like, maybe he can choke out Homeless now, but apart from that, you know, he doesn't have any of his, like, weapons or anything like that at all. He's used his secret weapon, so I'm not 100% what he could do at this point to help out, unless, like, the only thing I think of is obviously, like, if the Formative Fury thing doesn't happen, maybe he could fight him because he could just regenerate, or maybe something to do with evil natural water because maybe he can't drown, so maybe he could do something with that. But I mean, like, I'm happy he's back. I just don't really know what he's gonna do.
I think we need to see these characters able to fight without their primary weapons. Like, because Atomic has his second blade, and then so that's we know he can still he has that back up there usually, and the third blade is the part that like came out of nowhere. But like Zombie Man, you would think is a little bit more versatile because we've seen him use an axe, we've seen him use blades, we've seen him use guns, so he could pretty much fight with whatever he has. I would expect a character like him, let's say if he gets his own solo fight out of the big arc, to be able to deal with adversity like that. Like if he does lose his weapons, he still has a way to come back. He still has a way to compete, where he's not just out of the fight. I would want to see that of a bunch of different heroes. So I'm expecting Zombie to show out to do something. Whether it's going to be enough to beat Homeless, I don't know. But I don't think I would be like okay with seeing another like session of like Zombie just taking just crazy attacks and just regenerating, and that's his way of fighting. Like that's not fighting. You're just getting hit and coming back. Whenever he was fighting Homeless the first time, and he was like counterattacking with every single thing, he got his head blown off and shot right back. Got his chest busted open, pulled a gun out of it instead, and shot out his ass with it too. Like that was badass. Like he was, no matter what you did to Zombie, he was coming back, bro. He was coming back. Zombie motherfucking man. I think he can do it now. He'll find a
Actually,
way.
his line of "I saw the Sansu River with my own eyes." He's never mentioned anything like that before. So maybe that's actually going to be something that comes into play to where he gets some, like spiritual power up.
You know what I just thought of? Have we all seen JoJo Part 4?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Okay, Sundown hasn't and Matt hasn't.
No,
There-
I'm joking, man. I'm
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about it before.
I
I feel like I
Talk
know
about
exactly
JoJo
what you're
Part
talking
four.
about. You talking about in the alleyway?
I'm talking about Josuke's power. I'm thinking about
Fuck
like
Josuke.
how. Oh my god,
No,
Jesus
shut up.
Christ, Jesus
Shut up.
Christ! I didn't know I was
He's a
like,
teenager.
dredging that up, but okay. I was
Wait, did
thinking
you
of
just
like,
call him an N?
No, I said fuck Josuke.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Steve, oh my god,
Yeah, he came back with it.
yeah, he checking notes. Like, hold on, checking the transcripts. Did you say?
Hey, it took longer than I thought it would, man. My bad. I ain't think I was gonna be gone for 2 hours.
God damn, Steve, and you even say it too? Damn.
What?
Go ahead, Suzuki. Fuck Steve.
It's
I-
already
but
broken the
the-
fourth wall.
the whole point I was trying to bring home is like I don't think we've ever seen Zombie Man in all his parts be reformed exactly. I'm thinking could he do something to where like he's split open or he's like blown apart or something, and he could do something to where he kind of like fuses with Homeless Emperor in his healing, kind of like what Josuke did to the one guy where he broke apart this rock and
Angelo, yeah.
yeah, and then he formed with him. I'm wondering if something could possibly happen like
We've
that. with
actually
Zombie Man.
already seen this. You don't remember Pure Blood's bat getting assimilated?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the bat. So like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's I guess. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it
It
healed
will
up.
become Vampire Man.
Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. Okay. But I didn't get the feel that, like, for example, if that was if that was Homeless Emperor's arm instead of the bat, I don't really feel like he couldn't pull his arm out. I feel like he would pull his arm out, and then now Zombie Man has another hole in his chest or whatever it was, his shoulder or whatever.
I'm the reason I brought that up is just to say, like, that's another threat of him being that close to Homeless Emperor right now, I feel.
That if he loses a limb, he could heal the limb around Homeless's body and have him trapped.
Yeah, it just depends on how fast it is.
True. Like, if you could, like, somehow cut his forearm and then put the little stub to Homeless's neck, would the bone grow right through his throat?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it'll be gruesome as hell. That would be a creative way to, deal with Homeless Emperor. I don't know if this will happen. I'm more so on the side that it won't, but it's a possibility.
That could be a cool way to handle a different monster, but because I think of how human Homeless is, I don't think they'd do anything like that.
Yeah, probably not.
He's making the guy fucking foam at the mouth.
Choking the shit out the boy.
It's like, I don't think he needs much more to take this guy out if he really just focuses on it and nobody intervenes.
Oh my god, don't go to that panel.
This one?
I don't want to. Oh, look.
Yo, Homeless lessons, who keep it?
What? You did not compare me to fucking Homeless Emperor, dog.
No.
I'll take it disrespect, but this I won't stand. I do not look like this nigga.
Nigga ugly as fuck.
I do
Also,
not
what is
look
up with
like
that
this
line?
nigga.
Like, blast him to bits and feed him to cows. Why cows?
Where did he get the blast the bit shit from? Since when has Black Sperm been able to blast niggas to bits? What?
No, he said,
just
you
get-
get him
I'm gonna
away from
blast
me
him.
and I'll blast him.
Oh shit! I didn't. Oh my bad. I didn't. I just seen a blast him to bits.
Yeah, I read it wrong too the first time.
I say, what the fuck? Are they like doing the same shit they did to King? I can't wait till we get that. Blast him with your cannon, King. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, we haven't even gotten to that.
Bro, that's
Oh my
crazy, bro.
God.
We're still halfway in the chapter. That's crazy, bro. Oh shit. Let's keep it pushing, bro. We got all that Sonic shit for a minute.
Sonic, he wasn't even in the chapter, was he?
That's what the
Hey,
viewers are
man.
saying, bro. That's what the viewers are probably saying.
That's what we do.
fast.
Yeah.
Gotta stop doing that.
Oh shit. Now, Black Sperm's dialogue, this entire chapter was kind of interesting. And I'm not talking about the whole strategic portion about confronting King. We know what that was really about. Like, he's serious, and he actually is taking King as a serious threat, and we're seeing the results of that with the conclusion of this chapter. But his dialogue showed a lot more of the character than we had ever seen before, and there was some pretty interesting depth. We'll get to it later on because it was towards the end of the chapter, and it was when he was talking about the polymerization that was happening amongst the trillions of sperms. But in general, Black Sperm is a very interesting character, and I honestly didn't even consider that all the different sperms or all the sperms for different entities or different things are the same. It's weird. It's almost as if you could consider Black Sperm to be an entire species of something, kind of like the human race, the human species, and each individual is a different human, and they just happen to look all the same. It's like a dog would see all humans looking the same or whatever, or an alien would see all humans looking the same. It's like we see all ants as the same. We see all these Black Sperm as the same. If that's really the case, it's really interesting. The character gets a lot more interesting now that the dialogue has come forth. But here he says, trash. Why would I risk leaving myself open to kings or to attacks in front of king? And it's not like I have an unlimited cell stock. It had been confirmed, or damn near confirmed before. The extent of Black Sperm's abilities. It would be almost inconceivable for it to be infinite. I wanted it to be that. I think it'd be cooler that way. You just have to like kill all the sperms and don't let them multiply. And if you make them multiply, they'll keep multiplying. And to me, that would be better. But there being a limit is also suitable. How do you guys...
So many of them.
Yeah. It's like the 70, 60 something trillion. How do you guys take the fact that Black Sperm has a limited cell count now? Is it negative, positive?
I think it's a positive. I don't really like when certain aspects of different people's abilities and the series that I read when they say unlimited, you know, like, because I remember in One Piece, everybody got the idea that Cracker had like an unlimited source of biscuits, and I'm like,
He did.
well, I mean, if that's true, then he's kind of unbeatable.
I don't get that shit, bro. Where in the world have y'all seen limits to devil fruits? That's not the case.
Luffy can only stretch 72 gums.
Luffy
Yeah, he can only stretch so far.
He's not the same.
I mean,
not the same paramecia. Not the same paramecia.
It's not the same paramecia, but
Oda
I mean,
has literally said it.
if you're going to say where do we get limits to devil fruits, as if you know they're monolithic, then you can use one example and extrapolate that to the other.
No, well, then we also have other examples of them not having limits, of them literally not being able to find limits, like the pocket dimension thing. That one character has. You have the ability to literally freeze the entirety of seas with Aokiji shit. Like, why is that just how much he can do?
Even that stress only so far.
No, but I'm saying, is that based on how much he can do, or is that based on the ability? You can't tell me that's just based on the ability.
He did fight Akainu, and they changed the weather of an island. But, you know, stretch so far.
I know we're off topic and shit. It's just...
But I think when it comes to One Piece, Oda has done this thing to where he never explicitly says the limits, so that those fights could go any way he wants them to be. Like that's like a style of Oda. I noticed he just like leaves things like open where he won't be definite in a lot of things. Yeah. You can kind of say it's a genius in a way to where it leaves him with a lot of ironically, it leaves him with unlimited possibilities.
I was just about to say that.
Shit.
The only thing unlimited in One Piece is Oda's wiggle room.
Yes, definitely. That is the One Piece in it all.
Sundown, Matt, how do you guys feel about the limited cell count for Black Sperm now? Is stock jump?
No, I think I'm cool with it. If it was just unlimited, that would have been a pain in the ass, and it would have been something which I think would have broken him as a character, because there was that moment where he loses his arm as Golden Sperm, and that's something which he's shocked about. He's like, oh shit, that's not great, and he's concerned about the number he lost. But if he didn't have that concern, if he was just like, oh yeah, 11 trillion just lost there, 12 trillion, I'll just get the boys to go back and regenerate, and we're all good again, then it wouldn't have been so much of a loss. You know, there has to be something to the Golden Sperm form which makes it a loss. Otherwise, he can just get people to regenerate, jump back into him, get another arm. So I feel like this really makes him more of a beatable character, more of someone who has, like, obviously an amazing ability, but there are limits to it, and I prefer that over than just him being infinite Golden Sperm.
Yeah, same. I mean, just add on to Sundown's point, it's like, you know, he's got a limit, but the way they've set it up is like, it's 53 trillion. It's a limit, but it's a big limit to hit, you know? Like, so it's a way of going, he can be beaten. He's really, really difficult to beat. So it's not like, I don't think it really drops anything because it sets him as like as a beatable character. Just, you have to really work at it to do it.
I get that, but like, I just want to at least like explain the alternative, because I don't believe that it would just be like broken or bad. Because like for example, there are multiple instances or ways where you can have the infinite growth. You just slow the rate at which it grows. Like for example, I play Let me not bring that example up. Just that's really the best way to explain it. Like you just slow the rate at which you can do things. Like Sundown was explaining how it would be kind of bullshit if you can just lose 12 trillion and then have them split and make another 12 trillion or whatever. Yeah, right, that's BS. But we haven't really seen like black sperms just make other black sperms voluntarily like that. They usually get attacked. They can make other limbs and shit like that. They can hop together, but I'd have to see like a clear example of like one black sperm turning into two without being assaulted or whatever. Which I'm not saying it can't be the case, but I actually think it may have happened. Never mind. I think in the first atomic fight it may have happened, but it would basically just be a limit to like the rate at which things can happen. So let's say that like there's a total of 1 billion out, right? And then you kill half of them. Sure, he could make that another 500 million again, but it would take some time. And in that same time period, you're killing the other half of this billion of sperm. So in a sense, because you killed him too fast, he couldn't regenerate. He lost. He died. But it's not like the EA had a limit to how much he could come back with. That's what I would prefer, because then you always have the potential and the risk of black sperm of being a god level threat or whatever you want to have him. You have to pay attention to black sperm constantly. But with this, as long as you keep his numbers down and as long as you're doing a certain thing, you could kill him. You could even kill black sperm off of a single hit, technically, right now.
No, I'll say that I feel like having this explicit limit to his powers raises the stakes of any fight he's involved in now, because now we understand what it takes to defeat him. As to where if we didn't have this limit and we just thought that he could split indefinitely, he would be in the realm of someone like Saitama, to where when he's involved in a fight, you have confidence that he would win it just based on attrition, because like there's not I mean pretty much there's only like one person who could hang with them in a fight like that. So yeah, I think now it kind of like if like for example, if someone were to kill golden sperm, like before the platinum sperm shit happened, if someone were to kill golden sperm and we got that number on how much black sperm it took to make that golden sperm, then it kind of makes you go like, okay, now we only have to deal with this number. As to if we didn't have that limit, then it's like, oh, he killed a black sperm, or a golden sperm, but he could just make another one because it's unlimited. You know what I'm saying? Now it actually has, like I said, some stakes to it.
Any other thoughts?
I think it's mostly been covered.
This is my favorite part of the chapter.
What?
One of my favorite parts of the chapter.
You know what? I fully agree. Talk about it. Go on.
So, out of nowhere comes evil natural water. As we saw in the previous chapter, he popped up in front of Atomic or whatever after the whole assault, right before Golden Sperm walked up. But in this chapter, we only saw him one at a time whenever we had King confronting all three of the cadres or whatever. So the menace that is evil natural water, just the comparison in size. Remember what it was before. Now, in terms of the landscape of the I forgot how we described it in elementary school or whenever we were learning this shit, how to describe the different aspects and components of pictures. But in the back bit, the moon. And he's right next to the moon in the forefront. Motherfucker big as hell, bitch. Big as hell.
That's not really a good comparison, considering the moon is fucking miles away.
Hey, bro, it's a picture. The fucking picture. Listen.
Well, that's skewed logic, and if you're a child that learned it this way, then now we kind of.
That's like if I go outside, look at my building, and go, "Wow, my building! It's nearly the size of the moon."
I didn't say that. I said it's next to the moon. I mean, it's big as hell, bro. Y'all niggas are clowns, bro. Matter of fact, you're a whole circus.
Makes you the ringmaster of this circus.
Yeah, whatever. Evil natural water isn't budging one bit either. I heard he's a dangerous creature that responds to hostile emotions and attacks. And why? Could it be he saw through evil natural water's ability and ceased his killing intent? Bro, that face of like, bro, of just the sheer acknowledgement of the greatness of King, bro. Like, King spoke to homeless, turned off his killing intent for evil natural water, and now is about to straight hand to hand stomp Platinum Sperm.
Oh, okay. We like this chapter. We like this bit for different reasons. Though.
Bro, like,
And I dislike it for an entirely different reason.
oh shit, damn. All right, Matt go and then Sasuke go. But yeah, that's what I like because. Go ahead.
I didn't finish reading that panel, that page, but the moment I realized what was going on and it clicked, I loved so much. The fact that Evil Natural War is not going to attack King in any reason because King has no intention of genuinely fighting these guys.
Yeah.
Killed me. It was so amazing. It's just like, even before, like, they didn't even have to explain it. Like, oh, did he not sense his hostile intention? He's like, yeah, you didn't have to explain that because the moment my head clicked with it, I was like, that's genius. That's actually genius. That's how he avoids fighting two cadres and puts the third one on edge. It's incredible. I think that's insanely clever writing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I like because I reason too. We're good shit. God damn.
What Matt just said right there is 100% correct. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I mean, I did like we talked about this before way back when, like how when we saw the monsters resurge, it was like that second win is kind of like, oh shit, our heroes are very depleted. Like, how is this going to work? How are they going to be able to win this? And I think, we all came to the conclusion that there's going to be some X factors in all of this to where maybe the competition between the monsters will have a part. And while that doesn't work with Evil Natural Water, it's still like the same result in that he'll probably attack the other monsters, and that will give us the relief that we need on the side of the hero. So like, yeah, that is brilliant writing when it comes to like him avoiding King because of who King is, for sure. My issue is literally just my issue is the fact that Evil Natural Water was forgotten in the first place. Like, why did we need a redraw or an additional or pages to a chapter for you to include Evil Natural Water? Like, was his existence that trivial to the fact that you just like was like, oh shit, okay, I forgot, let me add this nigga. It just feels weird to me.
I'm honestly upset about that too.
Yeah, because it felt like in this chapter he was shoehorned into, like, even when I read chapter 151, I still felt he was shoehorned back into the story. I don't have an issue with Evil Natural Water doing what he's doing. It's just the fact that I don't think he should have. I don't think that whole thing that happened with Darkshine should have happened at all.
Yes. Oh, I was just about to say that shit, bro. It's as if he has no importance. It's the same. It's like he's getting the gums treatment. It's really like what it is, like some regular demon that just gets one shotted for the hero's introduction. Like I really don't like how much importance or relevance has been given to Evil Natural Water, and he's arguably one of the coolest, if not the coolest monster here. Like these niggas all look badass, but water, bro, water.
Give him his true respect. It's Evil Natural Ocean. Man.
Hey. Bro,
that is like Grim went. That was a roller coaster. He went down and he went straight back up.
Well, Evil Natural C. They're like, oh damn, stop it! Hey, bro, Evil Natural Atlantic, man.
I think my whole theory was me thinking like it's possible that he may like absorb vomit if you're ugly and become something like evil toxic water or something like that. Like, you know, his pH levels just rise up. When you touch him, it's over. Like, that's it.
And instead of like doing the water jets, he just shoots and like it rains down and just acid rain.
Oh no, that would be fucking.
Yo, that's fucked up, bro. An acid water jet, bro. Stop! What are y'all niggas doing, bro? Even natural see that thing, man. That niggas. Ooh.
That'd be crazy.
Bro, you're doing too much, bro. Ooh. But
You clean up your drive real quick.
well, this is like the second fusion we've seen, then, right? Or like the third, I guess. Because like we got platinum sperm fusion, we got arguably or theoretically this evil natural whatever fusion, Fear, and then you got actual gums and Fear. Like if evil natural water does manage to like suck up or integrate with something else or somebody else, it really could be killer.
Absorb that what was it? Something jellyfish? That's how he became like resistant to the cold. Because he had oil in him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, nigga. It's already been alluded to. Stop. Evil natural C about to swallow up Pure. Be evil natural pH, bitch. Stop. Evil natural base.
This guy's natural enemy right there on the battlefield. Zombie man turns around real slow, pulls out a straw from some orifice, and just slurps up.
Yo.
Slurps up evil natural water and it's done. Game over.
Stop, bro.
He just becomes massive. And he's like, I'm bigger than Pig God now.
Mate, the boy Pig God comes in just to give us a helping hand.
This nigga said slurp evil natural water.
They just start having a drinking contest, seeing who could drink more.
You would have bro. I wonder if even natural water like can control himself in separate parts and shit. Like if you drink him, can he like split your stomach open and like crawl out of your mouth and shit like that, or like is that just not water now?
I don't know. That's actually an interesting question. I don't know.
Because we've seen him shoot those water jets, right? And like that water doesn't just. We haven't seen it go back to him, right? I mean, unless he moves over it, sure, it becomes part of him. But I think
it's never been shown. But I would assume, considering how he absorbs, moisture from the air and bodies of water.
From the air?
Yes. Nigga,
when was this?
Any form of water.
When was this?
Like, I would assume that he probably does.
Right, Keishan out here pretending again. Future power-ups for even natural water.
I mean, if he can absorb a form of water, you would think he'd be able to, get moisture from the air.
Maybe. I ain't seen it, though, so I think I don't got it, man. But let's keep it pushing, because we could sit here on even natural water, like, legitimately.
And sadly, he didn't do shit this chapter, which is kind of funny.
I'm telling you, bro. If Darkshine comes back to fight you in natural water,
I don't think Darkshine's coming back to do fucking shit.
I don't want him to, bro. He's lost so much respect in my eyes, bro. Like he's lost the most stock out of all characters in the series. But not in the series, out of all the S class. Maybe not even in an S class, because Child Emperor's boy, he's low right now. But yeah, no. Yeah, he's no for sure, bro. Like Darkshine is below Child Emperor. Like, damn.
But Tank Top Master isn't low as well.
No, he's not.
Tank Top was never high.
Yeah, he didn't really have like a mountain to fall off of, but like Darkshine, how supremely confident he was. It's like, damn.
Bro,
It looked like he fell off.
He just had a pebble to trip over.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping even natural water doesn't drown Zombie Man now that he's made his epic return.
I don't think you can drown him.
That's the thing. It's like, can you? Because Zombie Man is all about physical damage, anything that's actually dead cellular wise. But if he drowns him,
I want a sequel to Can Pig God Eat El Centipede?
Can you drown zombie man?
Yo, this nigga said, can zombie man drown even underwater? Stop!
Because he also made mention of, and I think actually, am I dreaming? Because he made mention that he can't swim, right?
Who?
No. That was for the. He's not good at swimming.
Who?
Yeah, so he's not good at swimming. Because I'm just like, and we have evil natural water right next to the guy.
Who?
Zombie Man.
Zombie
He
Man?
mentioned it. That
Oh.
was the reason why he didn't like pass over, because he couldn't swim the Sansu River.
Oh yeah, he did just say that, bro. Y'all niggas are, come on, bro. Don't take that like empty dialogue. This nigga out here just monologuing and shit, trying to sound cool, ever. Like, your nigga ain't even
Bro.
sound cool, bro.
Grim, we are the One Punch Man podcast. We have speculated on
everything.
more shit with less information. I'm telling you, like there's been times where we've seen like a fucking speck of dust on someone, and we'll talk about that for 10 minutes.
Probably have, yes.
Nigga, is that Boros armor?
It's the Rochi cell, guys. It's the Rochi cell.
Actually, if you go back a few pages, it's like when he's choking him, you see this weird rock coming out of Zombie Man's head.
Telling you, man.
Scroll down. Yeah, it's this panel. Look at the top of his head.
Oh, okay. The rubble on his hair or whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's just because he came out of the rubble, so he's still
I
got
know,
rubble.
but
It's
it's still
moisturizing,
weird
yeah.
that such a chunk would just stay there.
Because that grease he got in his
Well, I could speculate it's the bat. That would be hilarious if that actually does come back.
So next, we get to see Black Sperm really take into account and really realize what's going on here. Both of his allies are basically out of commission immediately up against King. He doesn't really have a choice of what to do, so he realizes it's all on him. And he gets as mad as we've seen him. What was going through you guys' head when you guys seen this?
Hey, do it, bro. If you feel disrespected, you know, you feel like they ain't like look, they overlooking you. Do what you got to do. Don't let them AI step over you. Get them.
It's going full cornholio at this point.
I thought this was just going to be like the worst thing King could do, because King, as far as Black Sperm was looking, like King was looking down on him. You know, this is what made me worried. Like, even before we knew everything that's going on with Black Platinum, was like,
Literally and metaphorically.
yeah, literally, exactly.
Disgrace.
Mm-hmm. I think the whole thing with this more than anything was just, you know, you can't, like, we've seen what he gets like when he gets upset. Like, I don't know how much King could bluff to save him from that.
Yeah, I thought this was cool because it's the first time I think we've seen him super pissed off, but also sweating in kind of anticipation / fear at the same time. So this is kind of a different type of anger to what we've seen before. And so I thought that was cool.
Part I really, right, as much as I talk shit about Child, bro, when these ladybugs came out of nowhere, bro, I was like, my boy, bro. Like, that's the best part about Child. Like, when we were getting before the redraws, the first run of Child Emperor, it was the gauntlet of technology that we got to see back to back to back to back to back. That made a difference. It was intricate. And it fit the theme every single time. Like all his weapons, all his tools were toys, and they were effective, and they did something badass and cool. It really endeared me to the character immediately. I like that, and this is getting back to it. For a long time now, we've been in this whole redraw phase, and now this whole Korean relationship phase, and it's ruined the character for me in general. But this is a glimpse of getting back to that greatness of Child Emperor that we first saw. What really made him that thing? What makes him the top 4, man? Oh, Child.
I almost thought it was a psychos, like little spy drone or something.
So the ladybugs are messenger bugs, and Child Emperor uses it to elaborate upon a plan that he has that's based completely on King. And this is where we get the literal best part of the chapter. Unquestionably, the best part of the chapter. You no longer have to make up memes, edits, photoshops, patch-ins, cutouts. None of that shit, bro. None of that shit is necessary. We get to see King do that thing. Let me make this clear. Whenever you see an anime only, you can tell them that King has an ultimate beam attack, and that no, he's not a joke character. He has powers, and his ultimate technique is called Ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon, and it does
Why
that.
would we tell that to anime onlys?
Bro, like Steve-O, like, do you question why you're here? Why you exist?
Wait, what? He exists for spoilers.
What?
Every day.
Okay, that's a bad question. Listen, bro, you ate right? You ate right this morning, right?
I just ate.
All right then, bro. Tell them niggas.
I just ate.
Damn.
What do you want him to say?
Like, if you ate, then tell them, bro. Like, shit. You know what it is?
I don't actually.
Ain't nobody know what it is, man.
The context is very limited.
Ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon, bitch. That's all it's about, bruh. Stop. It would deflect the collapsing star running cannon, bruh. Stop it, bro.
What's that? Is it a Big Bang from Vegeta? Or is it something else?
It does-
Final
bruh,
Flash.
it
Final Flash.
doesn't matter, bro. It could be the Spirit Bomb, bruh. The Ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon would deflect it, bitch.
I'm just saying what it looks like. What it reminds me of.
Oh, the Ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon reminds you of the
Final
Big Bang
Flash.
attack? Oh, the final. Oh, yeah, when he got the two beams in his hand and brings them together. Final flat. Yo, bro.
Because we already got the Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb with Homeless Emperor. So, and he got the Death Beams too, right? The freezes. Oh, that shit's so nice.
Wait, who?
Point
Homeless?
at Homeless, man. Point at a nigga. Do.
He did it before? He had a beam before?
Nah.
Oh, nigga.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's just on about like the finger flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them shits do look badass, bro. He just be pointing at niggas and he's a whole barrage of. Ooh, bro, homeless, dog.
Which my finger and my enemies are gone.
It's crazy how we're talking about trash when the SSK is here.
Not bad.
The super sparkling king mode, bitch.
Sparkling. The dude's wearing
That's
glitter.
sparking. It's not sparkling, it's sparking.
Hey, yo. The super sparkling king mode, bitch. Use his limited time secret killer move, bruh.
Ain't no L in sight.
Hey, bruh.
It ain't a Twilight vampire, goddammit.
The super sparkling ultimate hellfire burst wave motion cannon.
Now you're combining the mode with the attack.
Hey, bro. But we do it all the time, bitch.
Where did Child ever come with this name from?
Bro, he seen it, dog.
That's what I want to know. Like,
He's a child. It's what they do. They just string words together.
that's funny as hell, dog.
That shit long as fuck, bro. Yo, that, bro, like.
It sounds like he's just combining two separate attacks into one. Like Ultimate Hellfire Burst, that would have been fine. But then he had to add Wave Motion Cannon, which, to be honest, it's a wonder. It's like, you know he's probably got a Wave Motion Cannon, so why the fuck do you have to tag that on?
Yeah, he do. He do got that. Hell yeah. Bro, this the best. Bro, it sounds like Keishan wished he had an ultimate Hellfire Burst Wave Motion Cannon. Sound like some jealousy, babe. You alright? Oh, alright, Keishan.
I don't have a clue what you're talking
Oh, shit. And the attack, bro. The next panel, my god, this is stronger than the Earth Cutter
Oh yeah.
for sure, 100%.
Again, isn't fan fiction always inflated?
Later on, Black Sperm says, "King, 11 trillion 449 billion 100,712,554. That is the current number of me inside of me. And with golden sperms, 53, 54, 43. What the fuck, bro?
Do you want to take another one
43
of that,
trillion.
mate?
Who told him to read, man?
Yeah, like.
Numbers are hard, man.
And with golden sperms, 43 trillion. That's a total of 54 trillion. Can you defeat all of us?
Mm.
What do you guys think about like that? Like, right now, 54 trillion. Golden sperm, black sperm. Can Tatsumaki beat him full power? From what you've seen so far, and what you've seen in Tatsumaki so far, can Tatsumaki beat black sperm full power?
Black sperm?
Fucking, I hate this. I hate Steve-O, bro. Golden and black sperm.
You said black. I'm trying to clarify.
You know
Because
what I
I mean,
mean,
if
bro.
you're talking about gold and platinum, it might be different.
All right. When I say black sperm, matter of fact, no, I'll make.
You're talking about all the sperm when you say black sperm.
Yeah, but I'll make the stipulation because I
Alright.
understand we're talking about this specifically. I agree.
Yo, this sounds terrible out of context. I can just imagine.
About the
like,
sperm syndicate.
Bro, at least we're not calling them
all
cum.
sperm. Black cum.
Like, and with golden comes 43 trillion. That's a total of 54 trillion cum.
I like platinum cum.
He gave you a special golden shower.
Yo, Keisha,
No, please.
what is going on with y'all, bruh?
No. Okay. I'm not even going to carry on.
Look.
Just carry on.
I can
with
fix
your
this.
questions.
You
There-
changed
there
the
are
rules
54.
with
I'm
zero
kind of
notice.
wondering the 43 trillion. Does that include his severed arm, or is it just what's left of the main body?
No, the arm dead, bitch. Atomic killed 12 trillion. What do y'all niggas not get?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, given what we learn about him is like as long as they're merging, they can't unmerge. Well, why can't they just merge that portion of his body back into the equation?
Because Atomic will cut it in half too, bitch. Stop.
Well, I think this kind of opens up the floodgates to a weakness of black sperm forming into golden sperm and platinum sperm. It feels like when he does this,
No regen.
he gets he gets the power at the expense of being able to split when he gets hit with those attacks. So that's the trade-off, it feels. It's like now his body is more human-esque.
I
in
become
that-
a bigger Teletubby, but I don't have any healing factor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing they wanted to emphasize was like there's no 53 trillion, it's just one now. But this is like the truest form that he could ever take.
Yeah, so in a sense, while he has his ultimate offensive ability we'll probably see from Platinum Sperm, now you have a way, like it feels like you can definitely kill him if you have a powerful enough attack.
Shit.
He's kind of going through the stages of Frieza in a way, isn't he? Starts off as this little, impish character, then becomes eventually a big bulky dude, and then becomes a more compact, speedy looking character.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned that in my chat. I think it was actually Muppet. You mentioned
And then the whole fact of the naming of Golden, but Frieza would have stolen that, I would think, chronologically. But I don't know.
Yeah, it just depends on the webcomic. Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
So we're down to the last portion of the chapter. This is where we get to see a little bit of the internal monologue of Black Sperm, and I'm gonna read in its entirety. Unit of 100 cells detached as insurance. What you crying about? Scared of something? Someone with just one brain cell won't get it.
That hurt.
He got his ass.
That hurt.
I heard all the blacks.
Like an emerging chrysalis. Right now, in that single body, 54 trillion of me are contending to be the sole consciousness. When cells merge, they can no longer separate. For the birth of one new life, countless others have to be sacrificed. That's why it's precious. That's why it's beautiful. My heart right now is filled with deep sadness. For 53 trillion, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,900 of me are disappearing into nothing. On the other hand, I am happy from the depth of my heart, as 54 trillion merge. Go at Sperm. The true me makes his debut. Does it make you think of Black Sperm any differently? Does it make you see like the individual sperms differently? Is it just numbers to you? How do you feel about Black Sperm's monologue?
Mm-hmm. I didn't get it like a change in perspective when it came to his character, because I think we've already been shown that the Black Sperm are like individuals at times, and sometimes they'll have like this collective motivation, but they all have like their own different quirks sometimes and their own way of thinking. So that isn't new, but that whole speech, I feel, was to hype up the transformation, to show you like damn, like this is it. Like it all comes to this shit right here.
Yeah, he's put on his cards in this play.
I like just the fact that I think I might have predicted this shit at some point.
This nigga Keishan again.
No, because I kept saying that was like, oh, is he going to become like, you know, a baby or a human or something because he's a sperm? And he kind of is, because how he describes this, you know, fusion and like they're fighting over who will be the sole consciousness. That's reproduction. Only one sperm typically makes it to the egg, and then that will become a human. Except it's more of a battle royale in this case.
Sundown.
Yeah, I really liked his monologue. I thought the fact that he was crying and kind of explaining to Melbat that he doesn't really understand, I thought that part was really cool because it added a sense of finality to it that really showed that this decision for Black Sperm is kind of like, this is it. This is the end game. This is my final form. This is my kind of peak. And the fact that, well, it kind of shows that he's never really been pushed to this level before. And what's pushed him is King. But yeah, just a sense of kind of finality, the last kind of act for him. That's what really made this monologue super cool for me. It was just that, you know, that sense that he was like ready to put it all on the line to compete against King.
Kind of the weird thing is, given what we know about his power now of the merging and stuff, it's like, how would he have ever known to be able to do this anyway? Because he can't unmerge. So it's like, he's never been pushed to this point. Otherwise, we would have been fighting Platinum Sperm all this time.
Yeah, it does raise questions with that. Like, has Black Sperm never been in a fight then? It doesn't seem that way, because
Because he shouldn't know about golden sperm, and he shouldn't know about platinum. So,
Well, I don't know about golden because it's what is it? Like how many trillion was in
43.
43 trillion? Yeah.
I think it all just each version is based on what is being merged, like how much. And
No, I agree, but if he can't necessarily make more sperm, I mean, he can make more sperm, but he can't like, I guess, reserve more sperm or like store more sperm. The homo, like,
you can't regenerate them.
yeah. He said sperm so many times, bro.
Did you just slide in on no homo?
Yeah, no more.
Yes, yes,
no,
you did.
no more. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see soon enough.
Wait, did you answer about the monologue? What do you think?
No, I mean, just to sum it up, I think the main thing I would say is like, I think everything about the monologue and that bit is to make us go entertained because, well, like he starts crying. We're in Mel Bad series. We want to know why he's crying. He's like, oh, people who want brains don't understand. So he's basically calling us idiots for not understanding why he wants to cry. I did like it in the sense of like, he was saying it made it seem really sad, but obviously the ultimate builder was like, but at the end of the day, my true self will be revealed. I like that. And ultimately, like the monologue was about himself, so it wasn't like didn't really give me a different perspective on that. Apart from he cares about himself a lot, which I expected because he's a monster.
Wait, is it okay? I kind of want to add. It kind of reminds me of since we already talked, referenced Dragon Ball. It kind of reminds me in the Buu arc when they were inside Super Buu and like you saw like the fat Buu in him, and then I think Vegeta or Goku was about to destroy him, and then Super Buu was freaking out, talking about like how if they did that, he would lose his individual self. It's not the same thing, but like in the same line of thinking, black sperm won't be the same black sperm we see because of them forming into this new transformation. It's like he's kind of losing himself in this transformation. And I think that's part of why there's sorrow in it. Because he's kind of losing his individuality.
To be the most ironic thing ever. I am losing myself by becoming my true self.
Hey, that's poetic. Put that in a fortune cookie.
Now for the finality of the podcast. Platinum sperm. Your thoughts?
JoJo Stan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's it. That's my thoughts.
Cool.
Majin
Okay.
Buu and Metacooler had a baby.
So one of my thoughts. Okay. Here's mine. Above Dragon
Ooh.
needs Saitama. Garou out of push.
Ooh.
That's it.
Okay, I have a serious problem here. Okay. I think we're being spoiled. I don't know why in the world Matt would just say above Dragon, but he's not the only one. It's everywhere.
Do you want to know why I think he's above Dragon?
Yes.
I'll tell you right now. There's no I don't know any spoilers or anything like that. I say above Dragon because in Golden Sperm, he was stronger and tougher than Darkshine, who was at the top of S class, right? In terms of physical strength.
My
right?
ears.
You mean the nigga who got bissed by Garou?
In terms of physical strength, no one could touch him. A Golden Sperm was above him. A Platinum Sperm is above that. Okay? That's why I think, because everything we've seen of Black Sperm has been all about, like, he's been a proper force. Like, he's been insane. Like, whether it's, like, the giant tidal wave he could apparently create with all his different, with all 53 trillion of him. Golden Sperm, who was making easy work of a lot of people. And now we're at this, where he's like, this is my ultimate form. This is my strongest form. This is why I think it's above Dragon, because this is a crazy power-up to have. That's why. I think it's 53 trillion in one. No one has told me anything. The only thing I will say someone has told me, because I asked about it when I reacted to it.
Yeah, you about to spoil this, nigga?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I asked was this in the webcomic originally? And they said
I've
no.
heard this.
This is manga original.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
okay.
So the feats we might see might have been something that Gold did.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That that's why I'm saying this, because it's from Reddit and from different people in the community who are webcomic readers and who I don't trust to not spoil. They're the ones that are hyping it like that. So to hear Matt say that throws a whole wrench in it. This nigga's a manga only. He's not being spoiled. And I get the explanation. There's credibility there, there's sense there. I don't think I have the right to say that's not gonna be the case. It could very well be the case.
I mean, generally, with this, it's just my opinion on Planet Sperm. He might still be Dragon. That's fine. But I just think with the build-up they used towards him, of Platinum Sperm be this is the true me. I feel like it's got to be a bigger step up than anything we've seen from Black Sperm. That's another reason why.
This would be a huge callback to that confrontation between Orochi and Black Sperm, where Giro was like, "Hey, after we're done, you guys can go at it if you want." This would be a huge callback to that, to see the reality of it. I even did videos on it because Phoenix Man wanted to be Monster King as well, so it was Phoenix, Garou, and Black Sperm. And we see what Phoenix's potential was, which got retconned. We see what Garou's potential is being right now, and now we have a chance to see Black, Golden, and now Platinum Sperm. You have to earn that right to me. That's why I don't want to say it. You guys already know. I usually don't give feats. I usually go off of what you've already done. I don't like saying, "Oh, this guy can do that," or "He's gonna do that," or "He should be able to do that," as an explanation for his certain power level when we haven't seen those things. So, I guess as a prediction, I would say to me it's not a safe prediction to call him an above dragon, but it's not like he can't be that. And you're right. Everything in the story has been positioned for that. If he's already fighting the top tier of the S class, was already fighting Atomic before that. Where else is there to go? Tatsumaki's out of commission. Let's see. I can agree. Sundown?
Yeah, I think I agree with Matt. There's only really one way for him to go trajectory wise. And that's got to be I like the super high level dragon or above that. There's no other way for him to go in terms of who's going to be able to combat that. That's a sticky one. Not just because he's Platinum Sperm, but yeah, it's got to be a Saitama situation.
You're disgusting.
It's got to be a Saitama situation. Tatsumaki's out of whack at the moment, and is there any? Maybe if Blast sticks around, that's really pushing it. But I don't think anybody else has a chance. Maybe Garou, but I feel like the build up here has been so big that if Garou came from behind him and one shot him or something, I'd be super disappointed.
You know how early in the podcast we were talking about how it's coincidental or funny that Zombie's back to fight Homeless, his original fighter. And I think it was Sasuke who mentioned, or it was you, Sundown, that mentioned that it'd be cool or it'd be nice to see Sweet Mask come back and contend up against Fear. Who was fighting Black Sperm?
Well, who met him first?
That's right, boy! That's right, boy! Atomic bought that clap, nigga! Atomic bought that! I don't even know why you drew a Platinum Sperm when Atomic finna clap the nigga too! He finna clap the nigga too! Stop it, bro! We already got the blade! Do you know why we have a Platinum Sperm? For the FAS. The focus Atomic Slash is coming back. We don't need any more speculation. We don't need more pretending. None of that shit, nigga. If Homer's getting that fight... Hold up, bruh. My shit fucked up, bro. Hold up. If Zombie Man's getting that rematch, so is Sweet. If Sweet getting that rematch, you already know Atomic getting that re. Atomic getting that re, bitch. It's done. Platinum who?
Okay, let's level this down real quick. I think we're getting the theme of the rematches, but I think what's also in these themes, because to me, you already got your Atomic shit with Atomic and Golden Sperm. I don't think you're getting it with Platinum and Atomic. I'll just say that.
Atomic's had a big high. Let's not let him fight Platinum Sperm, please.
Yo, these niggas are top tier haters, bro.
Council has
It's
agreed.
got nothing to do with hate. It's just, but I just want to finish my thought because I was about to lose it. I still feel like I'm about to lose it. But another thing about these rematches is it's happening in inopportune moments for the monsters. Like Homeless getting snuck up by Zombie Man. It's like he put him in a position where he's at a severe disadvantage being at that close range. And fuck, I forgot who the other monster I was going to mention.
My and Fury Ugly.
Yeah, but it was. I felt like there was another like rematch that we got to drive home my example.
Evil Natural Water Darkshine.
Nah, that better not happen. Because like what? Oh, well, I guess you can kind of say Gums and Pig God. That kind of happened again. Because my whole thing was the fights that we saw underground, we're getting the rematch to them above ground. So I wouldn't say Darkshine and Even Natural Water since they never fought underground. But the point I'm trying to bring home is that I feel like the rematches are coming when the heroes have some type of advantage. Because they're pretty much depleted. So if we got the Fear Ugly and Sweet Mass fight again, it's fresh off of Fear Ugly getting popped by Bane. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of say it's sort of a nerf in that way. And I think we all expect Sweet Mass to come back a lot stronger. So I don't think that's happening. That's not happening with Atomic. Like he didn't get stronger after the Golden Sperm thing.
Anybody else trying to downplay?
Atomic ain't gonna do it.
Anyone else got thoughts on Platinum Sperm?
I think he's going to be more of a speedster, because he's just more streamlined. I'm hoping he does something with that elongated antenna, because he's never done anything with it, and that one's so damn exaggerated. He better do something with it.
He reminds me of Garou. The way Murata draws Garou in that panel to the right, that reminds me of him. So it gives me that like agile is feel, but I think he should have tremendous power behind him, like abnormal tremendous, like Oketu type shit, more than that. There's a lot of potential in Platinum Sperm. Not only is his design spectacular, but the character in terms of plot and storyline adds a lot of depth. He's the next challenge. He's the next obstacle, maybe even the obstacle. Arguably one of the strongest dragons we've seen. Let's see if he lives up to the hype. Let's not overhype him, but let's see if he lives up to the hype. This has been another session of the One Punch Man podcast, chapter 152. We've been following One Punch Man since chapter 94, I believe. You can find all those episodes on the channel. You can also find on the channel and in the description of this video links to everybody else's channels where they also do videos on One Punch Man and other content as well. If you'd like to support their efforts, if you'd like to support our efforts, if you'd like to hop into the One Punch Man community regularly, to the description below and subscribe. We'll see y'all boys next time. Yo!
Yo.